Hello, sibilance. Got it? Okay. Can you hear it in your headphones? Okay. Check.
It's time.
It's time.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Blast off.
It's time for Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner will be going. This is the payoff pitch. Let's see if Shea can get out of the inning here. Pick and deliver. Swung on him, missed it, got him. 12 strikeouts for Shea Shanneman. That one hit to left field. Making the left fielder go back. Keep going back, and that thing is going to be gone. It's out of here. Holy moly, Cole Evans. 370 feet. Cole Evans got a hold of that thing. Wow. That one hit to short. Cervantes is second, back to first, and they get him. Nicely turned double play there, the old 6-4-3, and there's 2 down. Their double play tonight turned by the Busters.
Sodbuster Baseball is on the air.
All right, good evening, everybody. It is a cloudy, overcast day at Duncan Field. We don't have the lights on yet, but I'm sure that's going to happen sooner than later. We'll take a look at the forecast here right now as your pregame starts. Josh Salmon along with you, voice of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. And Nate Miller will be running our controls, as always, for the TV side tonight. Appreciate you tuning in. So let's go ahead and check the forecast. There is rain in the forecast for after the game. 50% chance of thunderstorms, low of around 63 with winds at about 10 miles per hour, but that's a little bit later. 10% of chance of rain tomorrow, otherwise should be good. Remember, tomorrow, these two teams, the Sioux Falls Sunfish and the Hastings Sodbusters, will be playing in Grand Island at Ryder Park. And I don't know what the official address is for Ryder Park, but West North Front Street is what I tell everybody, by Tornado Hill, right off of Webb Road. If that helps you. Look it up. It's been there forever. It's a nice field. It's much smaller. All right, so it could be interesting, but it'd be fun. And it'd be a great time. So come on out. $8 for tickets on that one at the door. No alcohol, and there'll be limited concessions as well. But it should be a fun time for all the players and, of course, for all the fans. Well, let's take a look at the Sioux Falls Sunfish having a great season. They're an expansion team, brand new team this year, and they've been playing very well. The second half of the season, they are in second place, 1 game behind Fremont, who they just got done facing 5 times in a row. Sioux Falls is 8-4. 1 game back, 3-game losing streak, and they're 6-4 in their last 10 games. Hastings Sodbusters is 4-9. They're in 5th place, 5.5 games back in the second half, that is. 2-game losing streak, 2-8 in their last 10. Now, overall rankings, you look in the Clark Division, Sioux Falls is in 4th, Hastings is in 5th. So these 2-game series important? Yeah, and these guys will be back here again at the end of the month for the last couple days of July and the 1st of August. The last homestand. Sioux Falls will be back here again after this series. But so overall, Sioux Falls is 4th. Right, they're 22-21. Hastings is 12-31. This team is good, all right. But I think the Busters can beat them. All right, you got to go out there and you got to play your game, and you got to not make any mistakes. No mental mistakes. Stick with your fundamentals, and they need to get the clutch hit. You know, can't leave 3 guys on base in an inning and expect to win a game against Sioux Falls. It's not going to happen. Also, don't swing at bad pitches. Sounds easier said than done, I know, especially for a guy that was not a good hitter. That's me. Sioux Falls, the last 5 games have taken on Fremont Moo. First, they started in Fremont on July 9th. They won that one 11-5. They won the next night 3-2. Then the third game they lost. Moo won game number 3 13-2. The series then transferred in simultaneous days to July 12th, Monday, July 12th, and this was just the other night. That was the 1-0 Moo victory. Pretty crazy. And then Sioux Falls lost again last night, 11-10. That was a crazy game. They were up 4-0, and then it was 11-4. Moo scored 11 runs in the 7th inning, and then they came back, and it was 11-7, and they ended up putting on another 3 to Sunfish, and Moo didn't score again after that. But all their scoring came in 1 inning for Fremont last night, 11 runs in the 7th inning, and they won 11-10. Kind of crazy, huh? I'm glad. I bet they're glad to not see the Moo as the rest of us are, as we see each other so many times. These teams have met up before this year. We played there at the Fish Bowl, or their stadium anyways. I like to call it the Fish Bowl. It's a fun one. And so we're very familiar with them, and the Busters did win one of those against them on June 25th, 7-3. Sunfish took the next 2, 8-4, and 6-11 on simultaneous days. So that's what we're sitting with familiar. So they're a little familiar with these guys. Guys have been talking back and forth here pretty good and chit-chatting, and they seem pretty friendly guys from when I went down and talked to them as well. Coming back, we'll take a look at your lineups, and I had a chance to talk to a brand new Sodbuster. Just joined the team today. In fact, he's so new, I didn't even know who he was when I was looking at my roster. So that's how new he is. We'll get to him here in a little bit. This is the Sodbuster pregame show. Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field.
Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games. Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience, a place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
It's hot. Can we get some popsicles? A lot of popsicles.
Okay, sure.
Let's go to Sam's Club. We can get some popsicles there. Plus, check out the pools on sale.
Didn't Dad want to barbecue tonight?
With all those popsicles, we should get some paper towels, too.
Good idea, Mom.
I'll grab some chips. Sam's Club has something for every season.
Sam's Club, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Stop by before or after the game.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Josh Salmon with you, voice of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Nate Miller, our engineer, next to me on the right as we get set for Sioux Falls Sunfish and your Hastings Sodbusters. Overcast day here, chance of rain after the game tonight. Hopefully it holds off. It did sprinkle a little bit on my way into the park, and just a little while ago I went down to the concession stand and it sprinkled there as well on me. But nothing too bad, so hopefully the weather holds off and we get some baseball in. Take a look at Sioux Falls Sunfish. Again, they are 22 and 21 on the season, which is an interesting record. One game over 500. Sodbusters are 12 and 31. Officially a .512 winning percentage for Sioux Falls and a .279 winning percentage for the Hastings Sodbusters. Manny Herrera getting the start tonight for the Hastings Sodbusters. First time he has started here in Hastings, and only the second time in his college career he has started a game. He goes to York College. For the Panthers, he has started one game between the 2021 season. Otherwise, he's pretty much out the bullpen guy. So we'll see how Manny does tonight. I was talking to him last night a little bit, and always a fun conversation with him. And we talked a little bit about, he was eating some chicken. They had chicken for the players. And I was like, I said, do you eat a lot of chicken down in Panama City? He says, oh, we eat a ton of chicken and rice and beans and stuff. But he hadn't had a Nebraska steak yet. And I'm like, you go to York College for a year, and Trayton Scully, your best buddy, hasn't taken you for a Nebraska steak? I said, have Trayton take you to a steak. All right, put it on my tab. How about that? they'll order the best thing. I shouldn't say that at all. If they're going to order, they'll order some giant, big old steak here. And Steve Stein's going to join me. I hook up that mic, Steve, so if I have a manager comes in, we can just talk with that.
Yeah, that'll be very good.
Works out all right. So Manny Herrera getting the start tonight. Should be a fun one.
That will be very neat for him, yeah.
One time in college he started. We were just talking about that and talking about the food that him and I talked about the food last night that they eat in Panama City. And they were eating chicken. I said, you eat a lot of chicken in Panama City? He says, oh, yeah, we eat a ton of chicken and rice and beans. But he hadn't had a Nebraska steak.
Oh, wow.
Even though he goes to York College. I said, tell Trayton Scully to get out there and take you to a Nebraska steak. Come on. Put it on my tab, guys. So I won't say that part because
don't do that.
I'll be in debt for years. But anyways, no, they're good guys, and so we were talking about that. But Manny, it'll be interesting to see how he does tonight. You know, just the arms are kind of tired, and 7 games in a row, you have to stretch out. I thought maybe Schneider would start tonight because he came out last night and couldn't pitch because he wasn't on the lineup card. But I'm sure we'll see him at some point.
And it could be another one of those days where, you know, Manny goes 2 or 3, and then it's just all hands on deck.
Right.
You try to make it through today and try to get back in some semblance of a rotation by the weekend, and that's the danger of the stretch they're running into. You had the 4 games in 3 days at Pier, no off day, come right home, and you're kind of in the grind part of things now, and so offense needs to pick up the pitchers a little bit and score some runs.
Yeah, Tampa Bay Rays calls that every game. They always have an opener.
Right.
So we'll take a break, come back, and look at the lineups here. We'll also hear from the brand new guy, Jack. I don't even know his name here. Lombardi. Jack Lombardi. We'll get to him here in a moment. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Hey, you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Josh Salmon with you. Steve Stein here on your Sodbuster pregame show. Rain's supposed to hopefully hold off according to the forecast. The lights are slowly coming on here at Duncan Field as it's an overcast day. Had some a lot of rain last night in the area, but this field drains perfectly with the turf out there. Ian Riley hitting some grounders to his fellow Sodbusters in front of me. Had a chance to visit with a brand new Sodbuster player. It is Jack Lombardi. I was looking at the roster, and I'm like, number 6, okay, that's Tyler Monroe, but he's not on the team anymore. He had to go back to Texas. So, anyways, we have a new number 6, and the uniform might be a little small for him, he was saying. He's a little bit different build, but it's close, and I had a chance to visit with him. Here he is, Jack Lombardi. All right, here with Jack Lombardi. Tell us a little bit about you, where you go to school, and what you're studying, where you're from.
Jack Lombardi. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I go to University of Nebraska, Omaha, and I'm finishing up my 2nd year of my MBA program.
Cool. Infielder, we got you at third base tonight.
Yes, play infield and I play left field as well.
Okay, very cool. What made you want to come to Sodbusters?
You guys had an opening for players. It was close to Omaha, and I heard it was a fun field to play at, so I wanted to come see what it was all about.
You ever played in a summer league before?
Yes, I played up in the Northwoods a few summers ago, and I played in the Canadian Baseball League 2 summers ago.
All right, very cool. Being from Chicago, then are you Sox fan, Cubs fan, or neither?
Cubs fan.
Cubs fan. All right, you gotta do that, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Any favorite players?
I'd say Kike Hernandez is my favorite player.
Oh, okay.
On the Cubs, probably Javi.
Javi, yeah, he's cool. Yeah, Kike is a good player. I like him better now that he's not a Dodger.
Yeah.
My Padres don't see him as often. Cool. So what do you hope to accomplish here with the Sodbusters?
Get a bunch of at-bats and help the Sodbusters win a couple games.
Cool. Anything particular you want to work on in your own skills?
I want to hit the ball pretty far.
Just hit it far.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
There you go. So it's kind of like the Ricky Bobby theory, though. He wants to go fast. He wants to hit the ball far. So that's a pretty lofty goal here at Duncan Field, but it has been done. We've seen Trevor Matson do it this year already, and a couple guys have gotten close otherwise. Tomorrow might be more of a story for him to hit the long ball as the guys travel to the much smaller but very nice Ryder Park in Grand Island, and the dimensions there are a little smaller than here at Duncan, so that should be an interesting, fun time. Come on out, bring the family. There will be no alcohol, limited concessions. You can buy your tickets at the gate for $8 a person, and it'd be nice to see Carson Cahoy back on his home field there. What else? We have Ryan Melvin played there as well, so, and I'm sure some of the Hastings guys like JT Cafferty and Leif Holteen and stuff who played for Hastings Legion teams played in Grand Island as well, so they're very familiar with that field. So should be fun. Good time tomorrow, 6:35. Same two teams as tonight, Sioux Falls and Hastings. Then Hastings will return back to Duncan Field on Friday for the Casper Horseheads once again. Yes, another 3-game with Casper, and then that's the last time we see them this season, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tickets still available for that one, 6:35, all 3 nights is the schedule there. Take a break, come back, look at your starting lineups on the pregame show. We're about 20 minutes away here from first pitch at Duncan Field. Come on out.
Hastings, safe, strong, and growing. Back in September of 2000, we opened for business at 4th and St. Joe with a staff of 5. Now we have 3 banking locations, over 45 employees, and have grown to become the largest locally owned bank in Hastings.
Since our opening, we've listened to you and responded by providing high-quality customer service, new banking technology, and provided support to many community organizations. We appreciate your support and look forward to continuing as the better bank in Hastings.
Time out! Smith, we only need one more out. Do you think you have enough energy?
I'm exhausted and it's hot out here. I'm thinking about enjoying that nice, cool air conditioning I have at home.
Oh yeah, you've talked about Rudd's Heating and AC, the #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska for over 45 years.
Yeah, now, I have enough for one more batter, Coach.
Smith, go finish this thing so we can all go home and cool off. Visit RuttsHeatingandAir.com.
Have you heard the latest in Sodbusters news? Hey, this is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball, inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Sioux Falls Sunfish are in town, the expansion team. Happy to have you along on the YouTube and the Mixler radio. Josh Salmon with you, Nate Miller, our producer, engineer to my right, running your TV cameras. And so let's take a look at your starting lineups tonight for the Sioux Falls Sunfish. As I mentioned, they are currently overall ranking are in 4th in the Clark Division at 22-21. They have a 3-game losing streak as they lost 3 to the Moo, 6-4 in their last 10. They are sending this lineup up. It'll be JT Mix, the second baseman, leading things off. Jonathan Brandon, he's got 2 first names. Yes, he is the shortstop batting second. Zeph Hoffpower, cool name, right? He is the right fielder batting third. Will Olson is the catcher in the cleanup spot. Gannon Thompson batting 5th in center field. Declan Beers, I think he should be the beer batter tonight, but I don't have a vote in that. He is in left field batting 6th. Jesus Lecone is the first baseman. He is batting 7th. A big dude, too. We'll talk about him more as he gets up. We have Dane Frazier at batting 8th at third base, and Forte, it's Adonis Forte is your DH with Kenneth Dutka on the hill for the Sunfish. Hastings Sodbusters send this lineup out. Logan Johnstone had 4 hits last night. He had 5 in that. I believe he had 5 in the series against Casper. He is on red hot right now. He's leading things off in center field once again. Cole Dawson again batting second at second. Trevor Matson back over at first base tonight. He is batting third. Matt Hallback in the lineup as the DH batting cleanup. James Shimashita in right field tonight getting the start, batting fifth. Jack Lombardi, the new guy we just talked to on the pregame show, is he batting in the sixth spot, playing third base. Batting seventh, Ian Riley in left field. He's actually an outfielder. We've been using him primarily for infield, but he's got good hands. He is batting seventh and left. Luke Solis, speaking of good hands, shortstop batting eighth. And Nick Carlson is the catcher, batting ninth with Manny Herrera on the hill. So it'll be Johnstone, Dawson, Matson, Hallbeck, Shimashita, Lombardi, Riley, Solis, and Carlson. We'll take a break, come back. Sodbuster baseball happening.
Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games. Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience, a place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastings.nebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
It's hot. Can we get some popsicles? A lot of popsicles.
Okay, sure.
Let's go to Sam's Club. We can get some popsicles there. Plus, check out the pools on sale.
Didn't Dad want to barbecue tonight?
With all those popsicles, we should get some paper towels, too.
Good idea, Mom.
I'll grab some chips. Sam's Club has something for every season.
Sam's Club, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Stop by before or after the game.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. Josh Salmon with your voice of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Appreciate you tuning in here on your Wednesday nights. Sioux Falls Sunfish swam their way into town tonight, and they very well could have with all the rain we had in the area yesterday. Chances of some more rain tonight as well. And the crops need it, the grass needs it, so that's good. And the infield here is turf, entirely turf. Infield, pitcher's mound, batter's box, everything is turf on the infield, and it drains really, really well. There's a giant, towards first base, it really slants off into the drain, but it drains very fast here. Outfield is a real surface, and there's real grass out there, so it takes a little longer, obviously, for that to dry out. But conditions look pretty good, as wind's blowing just a little bit out of pretty much straight center field. Right now, currently the wind's at 7 miles per hour out of the north. So Sodbusters wearing their yellow jerseys tonight with the green numbers, the white and pinstripe green pants with the green socks and the yellow stripes. I still want to get some of those. I need some of those green socks with the yellow stripes and then some of the yellow shoes like co-owner Scott Galusha has, and I'll be set to go. And he's looking for a pair of those shoes for me, by the way. Busters with their B hats, look like the Oakland A colors. Brand new ones. You can pick one of those up when you come to the games if you want to buy one. Look like the players and have the official hats they do with the Hastings Tribune logo on the back. They have those at the souvenir stand when you first come into the game. People have been asking tomorrow's game. You only get tickets at the game, $8. I know some people are going to bring their kids out tomorrow. Been getting a hold of me on Facebook, and I said, yeah, $8. Just come to the, come down to Ryder Park and enjoy a good game. And I said, probably pretty good chance to get to meet the players afterwards as well. So that always makes a fun experience for the kids. There will be no alcohol sales there and limited concessions, but should be some fun, good baseball. College baseball played at a Legion Field with wood bats. That's a fun night. 6:35 will be the first pitch tomorrow at Ryder Park. But these two teams join us there, won't you? Well, look at Manny Herrera getting the start for the Busters tonight. And Manny, it's interesting. You look at his college career, your college Panthers. He was a freshman this past year, and he appeared in 11 games. Went 2-1, 23 and 1/3 innings pitched. Gave up 21 hits, 25 runs, 25 earned. Let's see. It was 26 walks, 26 strikeouts, and 10 strikeouts per 9. 7 home runs. His ERA was .964. In that time, he only started one game. One of the 11 games he appeared in, he started. His record was 2-1, though, on the season. Manny getting the start tonight kind of surprised me a little bit, just because he's primarily used out of the bullpen. And like Steve said, he may only go 2 innings. He may go 3. They could use some good innings out of some guys. I think at this point right now it's kind of all hands on deck because you have 7 games in a row. In game number 1 of the Horsehead Series, they used 5 pitchers, used 3 last night. And so, we're going to get arms where they can get them. Shimashita was warming up a little bit last night, so don't be surprised if he doesn't come in the game at some point and pitch if we need him to. So it could be a fun time, could be interesting, but I think Manny will do a good job starting things out. Let's look at last night's game against Casper for Hastings. Lost that one 6-5. They were ahead in the 5th inning. It was 4-1, and then the 6th inning just got a little tough there for the starter, Will Horton, as he gave up 3 runs, and then 2 the next inning given up by Jake Bigham. And coincidentally, Bigham takes the loss on that one. Ryan Melvin came in the game as well, but it ended up being a 6-5. Busters battled back in the 9th inning. It was 6-4. They were able to get a run in. Some good defensive plays, saved the Casper Horseheads, and ended up winning the game for Marshall Smackrow. Smackrow, the relief pitcher. He was the second pitcher after Will Clare didn't pitch too bad. Gave up 4 earned runs in 6 innings, but and 11 hits. But Smackrow out of the bullpen took the win. That's when they technically, I think Clare should have gotten the win because he was the pitcher of record when they took the lead, but Smackrow came out and pitched the next inning. So nonetheless, highlights last night, though, for the Hastings Sodbusters. 4 hits by Logan Johnstone, 2 by Matson, 2 by Dawson, 2 by Riley, and 2 by McClure. He had a hit by Cafferty and a hit by Solis as well. 14 total hits for the Busters. They only struck out 4 times. All right, so that's a good highlight there. They did walk twice. It was a hit batsman. Matson got beaned. But otherwise, yeah, I think things are good. They had some small ball. They had one guy get caught stealing and going to third, but that's just, you take a gamble and you go with it. Another guy did steal a base, so those kind of things. Look for some small ball, and you're going to have to do what you can against these Sunfish because I'm going to be honest, they're a very tough team. They're a very good team. They are an expansion team, but they have had a lot of success this season. As of late, they've just been facing the Moo, and everybody who faces the Moo struggles. And so they're looking forward to playing another team, and Hastings had nothing against Casper. Casper was it was a fun series. We'll see them again this weekend, but looking forward to seeing the Sioux Falls Sunfish, and haven't seen them in a couple weeks. It was June 25th, 26th, 27th last time those teams met up in Sioux Falls. So we have an interesting, ready for some guys down on the field to do the national anthem. So should be fun. We'll have that here for you in a little bit. And other games going on in the area tonight in the Expedition League, you ask? Okay, I will tell you. The Spearfish Sasquatch are at Mining City tonight. Fremont is hosting Casper. Western Nebraska is on the road to Canyon County Spuds. Pure Trappers hosting Wheat City. And Source Valley hosting Badland Big Sticks. None of those games underway yet either. We're a little ways away from, about 6-7 minutes away from first pitch here at Duncan Field. We'll have our national anthem here momentarily. And Jason Frew getting ready to have some young guys throw out the first pitch. As the managers exchange their lineups at home plate. And take a forecast look one more time here. It's a temperature 81 degrees. It feels a little cooler than that, but it's 10-mile-an-hour winds now out of the northeast. And again, that chance of 50% thunderstorms after 7 p.m. tonight. So could be interesting here about a hour down the road now, but we'll see what happens as people are still filing in for the game. Mostly cloudy with low 63. Only 10% chance of rain tomorrow, so we should be good conditions for playing at Ryder Park. And I think I played in Ryder Park when I know I played there in high school. I played at least one game against, I think it was Grand Island Home Federal, and I couldn't tell you the players on their team at that time. That was 27 years ago, but yeah, it was a fun field to play on. It was always nice. And press box is up there. I've never done a game in that press box. They had an old press box. First game I ever announced on the radio professionally was a Legion baseball game, Home Federal, but it was different press boxes then. So now they have other ones, so I'll be up there tomorrow. If you guys are coming out, just give me a wave, and I'll see if I can see you and wave back. How about that? So young guy coming out to throw the first pitch off. He's going to throw it to Jackson Rocha. It's always fun throwing out the first pitch. I got surprised earlier in the year when I got to throw one out, and I wasn't going for speed. I was going for accuracy. Oh, there's a little tiny guy running out there now. Coming out with his brother to throw the ball. He's bringing the ball out, and the bigger boy is going to throw the ball. So now here comes the little one off the. Oh, he's going to stay there on the field for a minute with manager Chandler Wagner. He comes up to just a little past Chandler's knee. Very fun. Good time. So here come a musical group for your national anthem. I'll have Steve Stein introduce them. Quartet making their way on. I was hoping for an instrumental national anthem at some point this season.
For the singing of our national anthem presented by One Great Nutrition, the official supplement sponsor to Hastings Soundbusters. Tonight, their anthem will be performed by the Cathedral Brass Quintet.
All right, very nice. A quintet doing the national anthem. I like it. I think that's cool. There's a tuba. There's a trumpet. I don't remember all the rest of them. The oboe. I think there's an oboe. No, an oboe is something else. What is that? French horn. I don't know what that other thing is. Trombone. And I think there's 2 trumpets. So there we go. Anyways, I never took band. I'm a drummer. I don't need to know that stuff. Manny Herrera takes his warm-up tosses out there. Let's give you the defensive alignment here for Hastings Sodbusters. Left field to right, you have Riley, Johnstone, and Shimashita. Infield, you have Lombardi at third, Solis at shortstop, Dawson at second, and Trevor Madsen at first, with Nick Carlson behind the plate and Manny Herrera on the hill. For the Sioux Falls Sunfish, it'll be JT Mix, Jonathan Brandon, Zeph Hoppower, Will Olson, Gannon Thompson, Declan Beers, Jesus Licone, Dane Frazier, and Adonis Forte. So they have some tough names here. I had to practice some of these before the broadcast, and then I had to get them to Steve Stein, our PA announcer, as well, because he gets here a little after I do, and so it's like, hey, I hate to have him just jump on the air, and then all of a sudden, oh, how do you say this guy's name? As a broadcaster, that's a horrible feeling because you get letters and emails. Josh Salmon, mine's always said wrong because the L throws everybody off. I'm like, have you never been fishing? It's just like the fish. In fact, that's what Brian and Scott, 2 owners of Sodbusters, call me, and Trevor calls me that, and a lot of the staff and most of my friends, so that's fine too. Getting set here for first pitch. Thanks for joining us on your Wednesday night. And brings up JT Mix. Get underway here. JT Mix. Have a fun name. They have some fun names on their team. Sioux Falls and Hastings. First pitch coming up here from Manny Herrera, who stands on the right side of the rubber, and the pitch is a little high for ball 1. JT Mix is the second baseman. A right-hander. 1-0. The one missed. It is 2-0. Mix batting .284. Has no home runs, 3 doubles, 25 hits. Can steal some bases, though, if he gets on. Second team in stolen bases. So got a leadoff hitter. Steals bases. And I'm going to pie. Manny's still trying to find the zone here a little bit. It is 3-0. Just underway here at Duncan Field. Sioux Falls and Hastings Sodbusters. These 2 teams tomorrow at Ryder Park in Grand Island. And set him up inside is Nick Carlson. Let's see if Manny goes there. He does. That's a ground ball to third. The new guy, Lombardi, gets to test out the arm over to first. Makes it easily. and 1 down. I need to stop calling him the new guy, but that's what Chandler Wagner called him. So if the manager can do it, I guess I can too, right? Good strong arm over there. He likes to play infield. He can also play left field, he said. 1 up, 1 down here for Sioux Falls. Jonathan Brandon comes up. Brandon, the shortstop. Hails from Louisiana. Goes to University of Louisiana Lafayette. He's a junior there. Right-handed batter. Manny kicks and delivers. And that one called a strike. Good spot there by Carlson to maybe bring it back in the zone. Sioux Falls have white jerseys. They have the teal arm sleeves on one side, on the right side, orange arm sleeves on the other with the orange numbers on the back. Kind of cool looking uniforms. And then the Sunfish is orange and teal across the jersey with gray pants. Strike 2 in there for Manny Herrera. Manny used to always out of the bullpen most of his career. Like I said, he had 1 start at York College this past season. But he'll do anything coach has to ask. He said, hey, how about starting tonight? Good breaking ball, just missed. Didn't look too bad from up here. Ball and 2 strikes. Thanks for tuning in on the YouTube and the Mixler. Hanging out with me here on your Wednesday. Manny gets a sign. There's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top 1, no score. And that one hit deep to left. Slicing down the line. It will be caught out there, and there's 2 down. Nice catch by Ian Riley. That was going to fall fair either way. And it brings up Zeph Hoffpower. So, yeah, I kind of like those uniforms. It's a little different with the white jerseys and the gray pants. It's a little odd combination, but you've got the multicolored sleeves and everything like that. Some of the guys in batting practice had shirts on with multicolored numbers. The 2 numbers on the back of the jersey were different colors, which is kind of neat. One fouled straight back to my right and off the facade and onto the net and see if it falls off. No, it is hanging up on the net. We were looking on the concession stand yesterday, and there's 7 balls on top of the concession stand, too. That's 7 Buster Bucks if you bring a ladder. The 0-1 coming up here from Manny Herrera. 2 outs, top 1. Popped up right side. James Shimashita tracking it down, and does. And Sioux Falls goes 1-2-3 in the first. And Trevor Matson fired up out there at first base. He'll be 3rd up in the bottom of the innings. Hodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field.
Imagine visiting a place with historic housing districts, beautiful parks, and strolling through downtown shops. No, it isn't a fairy tale. It's Hastings, Nebraska. The Adams County Visitors Bureau invites you to experience Hastings. From bird watching to the Aqua Court Water Park to taking in a Sodbusters baseball game at historic Duncan Field. It all starts with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. What would a visit be without great eats? Hastings has plenty for all cravings. Start exploring at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Sioux Falls goes 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Nice pitching by Manny Herrera to start the game. And enter Sioux Falls Sunfish pitcher, left-hander Kenneth Dudka. Dudka listed as an outfielder, but he's pitched a few times this year for Sioux Falls. He completes his warm-up tosses out there. Dudka is from Richmond, Texas, goes to El Paso Community College. He's a freshman, 5'10", 170, and take some look at some stats for him. Last time he pitched was back on July 3rd at Pierre. He got the win on that one in 7 innings. It was a really good game. Gave up only 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, and that was it. Very good performance for him. And he also pitched again at Pierre before that on June 24th. Only went 3 innings that time. Gave up 2 runs, 2 hits, and 6 strikeouts as well. Currently, his stats are 2-1, 4.90 ERA, 2 starts. This is his 3rd, 7 games total, 1 save. 25.2 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts, only 5 walks in those appearances, and 28 hits. As I said, ERA is 4.90. Logan Johnstone, Cole Dawson, Trevor Matson do up here for the Busters in the bottom of the first. No score. Johnstone was what they say en fuego yesterday with 4 hits. That one flat out to left field and is falling quickly into the glove of the left fielder, Beers, and there's one down. So 1 pitch, 1 down as Logan hit it on the screws, but Beers has run in just a little bit and played it pretty well. Cole Dawson, defensively for the Sioux Falls Sunfish. We just saw Beers. It's Thompson in center, Hoffpower in right, Frazier, Brandon, Mix, and Licone from third to first. Olson behind the plate, and Dutka on the hill outside to Cole Dawson. Currently Cole Dawson, obviously the highest batting average on the team, 320. Right behind him, though, in batting average is Trevor Matson, and also behind him in the lineup is Trevor Matson. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cole Dawson. Cole plays a little second for us, a little shortstop. He'll play anywhere we ask. He's just happy to be out there. High chopper. They're going to have to hurry. He runs well over to third. They do throw across the diamond, and they overthrow it. Lacone had no chance of getting that one. It's a bad throw there by Frazier. Probably going to rule that one an error, and they do. So reaching on the air there is Cole Dawson. Cole says, hey, I'm on base. I'll take it what I can get, right? Otherwise, he probably would have got him if he completed the throw. He ran in on the ball and fielded it well. The throw was awful. Trevor Matson comes up, 312 batting average for him. Strike, hit by a pitch yesterday, but he leads the team in that category. Not something he's proud of, but it doesn't bother him, doesn't faze him. 1 on, 1 out here, bottom of the first. 1 ball, 1 strike to Trevor Matson. Matson plays a little first, a little third. Trevor currently 5th in the league with 32 RBIs. That one into right center field. That's easily won. Dawson going to come all the way around from first to third. Matson is going for 2. He thought about 2 all the way. He slides into second. Wow. He thought about that double all the way. I didn't think he was going to get 2 out of that one at all. He's not slow. He's just a big guy. He runs pretty well for a guy his size, but he was thinking 2 completely out of the box, and I don't think center fielder Thompson thought he was going to go for 2 at all. Got the throw in, and it was a high throw, so runners in scoring position. Love the aggressive base running here by the Busters early. Chuck up another double there for Trevor Matson. Matson hits a lot of extra base hits here at Duncan Field. We're happy to have him on the team this year. For him, that is the 15th double of the season. By far the leader of the team. And it brings up Matt Hallback. Hallback to DH. Only batting .355. 2 runners on here. 1-0 pitch coming up from Dutka. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kenneth Dutka on the hill to lefty. Versus Matt Hallback, the righty. That one right back at the pitcher. It did bounce. I thought maybe it was a line drive, but he looks the runners back and throws over to first to get the out. So runners stay on second and third. Matson and Dawson, respectively. I guess they're glad that it wasn't a line drive because Matson was farther up off second. He could have thrown over there and probably got him. James Shimashita comes up. Shimashita getting started in right field tonight. Do a little pitching, play some first base. He's a versatile guy, nice guy. I got to talk to him before the game yesterday. Shimashita 0 for 5 yesterday as a DH. Struggled a little bit in that series with Casper. Really got things going for the Sodbusters, for himself as a Sodbuster on the last road trip. 1-0 here to James Shimashita. Cole Dawson stands on third. Trevor Matson on second. Bottom 1, no score. That one fell off and over by the Busters bullpen area. Ball and a strike. Be nice to strike first against a very tough Sioux Falls Sunfish team. Manny Herrera came out, pitched a wonderful first inning against a tough batting team. Busters have a chance to do something here. This is what I was talking about in the pregame. You have opportunities. You have to take advantage of them. Many times we've seen them leave the runners on base this year in these kinds of situations. Here's the 1-1. Off-speed pitch, and he gets underneath it, pops it up to shortstop. Brandon over there, and they leave 2 on base as he pops out to the shortstop. Exactly what I was saying they should not do. At the end of 1, there is no score. Busters leave 2 on base on 1 hit. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. We'll hear a word now from Sam's Club.
I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time for grocery shopping. That's why Sam's Club is so convenient. I can get the food my family loves, household supplies, and be on my way. My husband likes that they offer oil changes and tire services. Really saves him time. They have early hours for Plus Club members so I can beat the crowd on the weekend. Plus, Sam's Club offers free curbside pickup. Order online or in the app. Sam's Club, Grand Island.
Sam's Club, a proud partner of Sodbuster Baseball. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Sodbuster Baseball, Busters had a chance. Left 2 on base on 1 hit. At the end of 1, there's no score. Manny Herrera back out there on the hill in the 2nd inning against Sioux Falls Sunfish. For the Sunfish, it'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up here. It'll be Olson, Thompson, and Beers. Herrera got 2 flyouts and a groundout to start his first game as a Sodbuster, and only 2nd of his college career. He looked really good in the 1st inning. That went a little high. He got a little behind the first batter, JT Mix, and then got him to ground out. I thought maybe he was going to walk him, and he swung at a pitch and grounded out. Then Brandon flew out, and Hoffpower flew out. So brings up Will Olson right now here in the 2nd. Timeout called at home plate. Olson currently batting .362 on the season. He's the catcher. Still 1 ball, no strikes. Will Olson, the only catcher listed on the roster from Omaha. Goes to Augustana College. And, ooh, that one almost takes his head off. Olson checks his life insurance policy. So we get a new ball. 2 balls and no strikes here. Sometimes Manny can be a little wild. He just needs to harness that. He'd be very, very effective. Had a good 1st inning. 2 balls, no strikes. Looks for the sign from his catcher, Nick Carlson. Carlson set him up on the outside. He does go there. That one smacked right back up the middle. And there's the first Sunfish hit of the game. Just threw that one down the middle. He was supposed to go on the outside, and it hung it in the middle. So that brings up Gannon Thompson. Fun name to say. Trains go by here, Duncan Field. Gannon listed as a pitcher. He's 6'7", 220. It's a big glass of water. Sioux Falls, South Dakota is where he's from. Michigan State, where he goes to school. Runner on first is Olson, the catcher. And that one inside, ball 1. So Olson on first, Thompson at the plate. Olson has stolen only 2 bases this season. Went in there for a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Manny Herrera getting the start for the Sodbusters. It's one of those things where you have 7 games in a row. You use 5 pitchers in your first game, 3 yesterday. Trying to rest some arms, get some innings out of some guys, and save some for the final stretch of this 7-game homestand. Busters will have 3 days off after this weekend. All-Star game Monday. A couple of the Sodbusters traveling down, Cole Dawson and Trevor Matson, to participate in that in Casper, Wyoming. 1-1 coming up here. Olson over at first. Doesn't go. That pitch just a smidge inside on Gannon Thompson. It's 2-1. He's got to be one of the taller guys in the league. 6'7". Tall, skinny guy. Decent lead for Olson, being held on by Matson at first. Big gap on the right side. Pretty much straight away everywhere else in the infield. Outfield playing shallow except for left. Olson fakes going back, throw to first, runner back. So Riley a little deeper in left, but Johnstone and Shimashita playing shallow in center and right, respectively. Barty at third, brand new Sodbuster over there. Herrera's pitch popped up, first base side, slicing out of play. And we'll do it again here with Gannon Thompson. Thompson batting .254, and as I said, he's listed as a pitcher, but got a guy batting that good, and get him in the lineup, right? Playing center field tonight, so talented athletic guy. He's a big, tall center fielder. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed on that one. Nice job by Manny, striking out his first Sioux Falls Sunfish batter, Cannon Thompson. So Declan Beers is the Beer batter. I think I called it before the game. It doesn't, yeah, they agreed with me. A guy named Beers should be the Beer batter. That's sponsored by Nebraska Land Distributing. That one inside, did it hit him? No, it missed him. So Olson leads off at first. He led off with a single. Cannon Thompson just struck out. 1 on, 1 out here in the second, no score. Manny Herrera, the second inning of work as he started the game here for the Sodbusters. Checks his runner. Not a familiar position for Manny starting the game, but settling into the role here a little bit. That one on the outside corner. Oh, he got the strike call on that one. A little gift there from umpire Anthony. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Lots of ones on the board. 1 hit apiece for each team. 1 error for Sioux Falls. And 1 runner on. So if you're a betting person, put the number 1 down. Here's the pitch. Olson goes. Carlson double clutches. It's a bounce throw, and he is in there safely. Had a hard time getting it out of the glove. Got stolen base there by the catcher. Only his 3rd of the year. So now runner in scoring position for De Beers. Or for D. Beers. That's his name. Beers is his last name. It's Declan Beers. Beers does have 8 RBIs in the season, so not a big RBI threat here. The outfield playing shallow. Manny wants a new sign from Carlson. Nick Carlson from Kearney behind the dish. And that went in there. Nice movement on that one for Manny. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lee Cohn up next. Saw that guy in batting practice. He's huge. Big dude. Looks like one of those Fremont guys. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on here. No score. Top 2. Sioux Falls at the dish. Manny Herrera trying for his 2nd strikeout consecutively. Checks the runner at second. Comes to the plate. That one bounces in, and Carlson does a nice job of keeping it in front of him as Manny checks his hand there. Bounced about 4 feet in front of the plate. And Carlson did a nice job of stopping that. That could be a tough one, especially on the turf. So 3 balls, 2 strikes coming up here. One out. Crowd making some noise here for Manny Herrera. That and he's the Beer. This is the Beer batter, so they're doubly excited. Beer batter named Beer. Manny takes a while to get a sign he wants, and then the batter calls timeout. So Olson led off with a single. He stole second. He stands on second base. There is 1 out as Cannon Thompson struck out. 3-2 here to Declan Beers. Pitch on the way, and ball 4. That one missed up high. So the crowd don't get the Beer batters, and they turn on you. No, they're having a good time. Jesus Licone comes up. Licone, a big dude. I got to get your numbers on this guy. You're not going to believe me. He is 6'2", 245. Goes to your college. He's actually a Panther. So knows Manny really well. These guys are teammates. Trayton Scully on that team as well. And this one misses down low. He knows what Manny's capable of. Lee Cohn, excuse me. 315 batting average. This guy, 18 RBIs, 25 strikeouts though. And that went inside. 2-0. So you got to wonder how many innings they're hoping to get out of Manny today. Could really use a ground ball double play to second or shortstop, something along that line. Dawson running closer to the bag to hold on the runner. Madsen off of first, not holding on the runner. 1 out. That one looked pretty good, and it was. Strike. 2 balls and a strike. Jesus Licone. Licone has, I think a guy that big would have some home runs. He has no home runs in the season. His OPS, though, is 874. The 2-1 coming up here from Manny Herrera. Gets his teammate, his college teammate at York College. That one misses outside, 3-1. You got to get the guy out, because then he's going to give you a hard time all season next year. I remember I faced against you. Here's what I did. I remember in Little League, a friend of mine pitched against me. I think he walked me a couple times. That was an easy strikeout, too, so maybe he was going generous on me. The 3-1 coming up with 1 out, runners on first and second, and that one, didn't look too bad, but missed outside. So 2 walks in a row. And when Anthony's back umpiring, he does sometimes move his strike zone a little bit as the game goes along. Luke Bay going to go out and talk to Manny, just settle him down here a little bit. He's getting frustrated. He'll say, hey, just don't pay attention to the runners now. They're on base. Let your fielders do that. Just focus on the batter. Don't look at the scoreboard, because there's nothing going on the scoreboard anyways. Other games going on in the area. Take a look at some of the scores from around the Expedition League. As the only other game just getting started, there's 2 of them. Casper at Fremont and Badland Big Sticks at Source Valley. Neither have a score. Wheat City's at Pierre tonight. Western Nebraska is at Canyon County. And Spearfish is at Mining City. All those games not underway yet. So Casper back here again this weekend for the last time. Sioux Falls will be here again the last 2 days of July and the 1st of August for the last homestand of the year. 1 game here tonight, 1 in Grand Island tomorrow. Bases loaded, 1 out. No score, top 2. Pitch in there for Manny Herrera is a strike to Dane Frazier. Frazier, the third baseman. Frazier batting .265 on the season. Hails from Missoula, Montana. Manny kicks and delivers. That one well outside. Ball and a strike. So Luke Bay, does a terrific job of the pitching coach. K-State coach. Pitchers really respect him, and former pitcher himself. Setting up inside, here's Nick Carlson. Let's see if he goes in there. He does, and just be able to foul it back there is Frazier. He takes his helmet off, frustrated with himself. It's kind of a humid night. Overcast, but we haven't had raindrops since first pitch, so that's a good thing. I didn't see it rain. Maybe, Nate said it rained. I didn't see any. Nothing hit the window anyway, so that's what I go by. No significant rain. How about that? Swung on and missed, and that was not a good swing by Frazier. His elbows were locked in. He didn't want to swing, and he swung. Second strikeout there by Manny Herrera. So whatever Luke Bay said helped with that batter. Brings up the 9th place hitter, Adonis Forte. Adonis is the DH for Sioux Falls tonight. Forte listed as an outfielder from Omaha, Nebraska. Pitch on the way. Inside. And he's fallen behind almost every batter in this game. Bases loaded here for Sioux Falls. Still no score, though, as Luke Bay flashing some signs to his catcher, Nick Carlson, right now. Nick getting the sign, giving it to Manny. Manny accepts it and delivers. Ground ball to second. Should be an easy play for Cole Dawson over to first, and they strand 3 and get out of it. Whatever Luke Bay said worked. Nice pitch in there by Manny to get out of it on the ground ball. So 3 on, 1 hit, 2 walks, and they leave 3 on base. No score at the end of 1.5. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field.
Summer means Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Ruts. Ruts Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Ruts has been a name to trust for repairs, installation, and maintenance work on time. Call Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Ruts. Visit rutsheating.com.
Nebraska has some of the most beautiful state parks in the country. And to celebrate their 100th anniversary, the Nebraska Lottery announces our Great Outdoors Getaway promotion. Through June 8, 2021, enter any non-winning $5 Nebraska State Park Centennial Scratch ticket for a chance to win a 2-night stay at a Nebraska State Park, $2,021 in cash, and Nebraska Lottery and Game and Parks merchandise. State parks as great as ours deserve a promotion as great as this. Top prize odds 1 in 80,000.
Well, Manny Herrera pitched into a little bit of a situation, giving up a hit, 2 walks, but was able to get the ground ball to second base to get out of it. And that's what you need if you're going to get in that situation. Luke Bay came out and said something to him. He struck out one batter and got the next one to ground out. So nice job on his first start as a sodbuster for Manny Herrera. Busters come up here in the bottom of the second. We have no score in the game. I'm Josh Salmon, Nate Miller to my far right, doing our controls. Steve Stein on PA tonight, so will not be able to join us. Coming up here for the Busters, it'll be Lombardi, Riley, and Solis. Jack Lombardi making his sodbuster debut. Goes to University of Omaha. He's from Chicago. Actually, Park Ridge, Illinois, but he said Chicago. Went to Loyola Academy. Also played at Creighton and Jefferson College. First pitch to him is a strike from Dutka. Pitch on the way. Swung on a high strike on that one. So some stats here for Lombardi. Past season, his batting average was .214. Didn't have a home run. He said he wants to hit the ball really far. That's what he told me. That was what he wanted to work on as a sodbuster. Struck out 22 times this season for Omaha, and 56 at bats. Stole a couple bases. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to the brand new sodbuster. And pitch on the way. Popped up, center field. Out there to make the catch is the very tall Thompson. And there's one down. Gannon Thompson. So Busters, Tyler Monroe is gone. McGuigan obviously tweaked his ankle during that Casper series. He's out for the year. We had Feeney. Connor Feeney was with the team for a short time. He's not on the team anymore. So Omar Jackson off for the week. He'll be back, though. Raleigh shows the bunt down the third base line. Third baseman picks it up, throws across the diamond, and not able to get him. He is safe. Trying to apply the tag there is Lee Cohn. Nice job by Eden Riley. Good heads up. A la Cole Dawson. It's a little easier for a left-hander to get that bunt down. Because you're, and to make it safely, I should say, not to get it down, but you're closer to the bag. You're already 3 steps closer to the bag when you're batting left-handed. I know I'm a switch hitter. So nice bunt there. It wasn't a bad throw by the third baseman, but it was just a little behind him. So a bunt single brings up Luke Solis. Won the second hit of the game for the Sodbusters, but we're only in the second inning. Swung on and missed there by Luke. Currently, Luke is batting .216. Swung on and missed on that one as well from Dutka. Dutka's ahead 0-2. Kenneth Dutka, the lefty. Throw to first and runner back. Dutka listed as an outfielder, as I said. We have no score. Both teams have had opportunities. Busters left 2 on in the first, and Sunfish left 3 on here in the top of the second. That's going to be a tough one to play, and it ends up being a foul ball. Both the pitcher and the third baseman were going for it. They both tried for it. If they would have touched it, it would have been fair, but it bounced foul about 4 feet before it got to the third base bag. So it's just a long strike. Wasn't a great swing by Solis, but he would have taken it. Ian Riley, he bunted to get his way on first. He leads off at first, got the oven mitt on his left hand. That's what I call it. Base runners used for sliding. I actually think it's a neat contraption. It keeps you from twisting any fingers around or anything like that. He does go. Ian leads the team in stolen bases. Hit and run is on. It's a little dribbler. The catcher picks it up, throws over to first. Runner is able to advance, though. No stolen base. Solis has a ground out to the catcher. Technically, and there's 2 down. So the hit and run was on, and it didn't quite work out as Solis didn't get a very good swing on it. Catcher was able to pick it up and throw it. So speaking of catcher, Nick Carlson comes up from Kearney. Carlson batting 182 on the season. And a lot more playing time now that McGuigan's not in the lineup anymore. Throw down to second, and almost got Riley. He was leading off towards third, and he thought the ball was going to get past the catcher, and then he almost didn't get back in time. It was a nice throw there by Olson. Just getting in there by about a half a finger, so. 1 ball, no strike, 2 outs, no score. Bottom 2, Busters with a runner in scoring position. Ian Riley goes, hit run on again, and again it doesn't pay off. I think they need to maybe just let him steal it, and then see if they can hit him in after that. But the ground out to second will end the inning, and they leave another runner on base. So 1 hit and no runs, 1 left on. At the end of 2, there is no score. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field, and we'll take a word here from Graham Tire.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Hey you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
Busters strand another runner on base and not able to get the run in, but still no score, though, as Sioux Falls stranded 3 last inning. Manny Herrera doing a good job. 3rd inning of work here since starting his first game as a Sodbuster this season. Had a little bit of trouble last inning, but Luke Bay came out and said something to him, and he battled back, able to strike out the batter to get the second out, and then force the ground out to end the inning, leaving 3 on for Sioux Falls. Back to the top of the order here for the Sunfish, JT Mix, Jonathan Brandon, and Zeph Hoffpower. I'm Josh Salmon from Duncan Field, booth number 3, if you're curious. Maybe you are. Other games underway in the Exhibition League. No scores on any of those. That one foul off first base side. Foul on the right field line by about 10 feet. JT grounded out his first time up. He got a little over anxious, perhaps. It was a 3-0 pitch, if I remember correctly. That's what I have on my scorecard. And he swung and grounded out to third. The 0-1 pitch there goes to 1 ball, 1 strike to Manny Herrera. Some bodies moving around the bullpen down there. Manny typically not a starter. He's not. This is the longest outing he's had all year. He's had a couple 1 1/3. This is his 3rd inning of work here. Two balls and a strike. Pitch coming up here from Manny Herrera. The 2-1 offering. Hit down to third base again. On it is Lombardi over to first. Makes it look easy. Welcome to Hastings. He's a good third baseman. Same thing as last time for JT Mix. Grounded out to third. Both times he's 0 for 2. Jonathan Brandon comes up. Jonathan, I wonder what his middle name is, because technically he probably has 3 first names, right? I would think so. He flew out his first time up. Pitch to him. Misses for a ball, just a little low from Manny Herrera. Brandon, right-handed batter, shortstop. Pitch on the way here from Manny. The 1-0 bounces. It is 2-0. Brandon, last night against the Moo, was 4 of 6. Had a double and a run scored, struck out in that game. Here's the 2-0. Popped out to right field. giving chase to Shimashita, who's playing kind of shallow, and makes the catch about 20 feet from the scoreboard, maybe 25. Closer to the power alley. He was playing pretty shallow, but he tracked it down. That thing just stayed up there for quite a while. And they fly out to right field now for Jonathan Brandon. So Zeph Hoffpower right fielder comes up. He flew out to and popped out to first base. His first time up. Herrera in his third inning of work here. There's actually nobody warming up right now. A couple guys jogged down there. But Manny cruising along here in the third inning. He went 1-2-3 through the Sunfish in the first. Got in a little bit of trouble last inning. Waking up with a single. Then struck out a batter. Then gave up 2 walks. And then got a strikeout and a ground out to lead the bases loaded for Sioux Falls. He's gone 1-2 here to the Sioux Falls Sunfish in the third. 2-0 now as the count to Zeph Hoffpower. Will Olson, the lone hit for Sunfish, is due up next. And that one upstairs goes to 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, no score. Sioux Falls only 1 hit on the board, and there's another walk. 3 walks in the game here for Manny Herrera. None of them have come back to hurt him yet. I would think that this would get somebody going in the bullpen, perhaps. And there are a couple guys moving around down there. JT Cafferty's down there, probably playing the catcher. Looks like Trevor Dubray is going to be, he's down there as well. Will Olson, the catcher, he has the lone Sunfish hit. Leading off at first is Hoffpower. Manny kicks and delivers. Hoffpower doesn't go. That one outside. Hoffpower has 10 stolen bases. These guys will run a lot. They have 151 stolen bases on the season. Haven't had too many opportunities in this game. Throw to first, runner back. Wasn't a bad throw from Manny. Hoffpower leaning a little too far to second base, but he made it back safely. So he has 10. He's not the team lead. Brandon has the team lead with 16 for Sioux Falls. The 1-0 coming up. Manny paying a lot of attention to the runner over at first. And the guy at the plate stole a base last time he got on was Will Olson, the catcher. Manny looks over the runner again, being held on by Matson. Here's the 1-0. Down hit down third base. Lombardi goes all the way across the diamond. High throw for Trevor Matson, who's able to track it down and retire the side. So 1 left on base, no hits, no runs there for Sioux Falls. And Manny Herrera, 3 innings of work. Nice job there for Manny as he gets high fives all around. This is Sodbuster Baseballs. No score coming back. Top of the 3. Josh Salmon with you here from Duncan Field.
5 Points Bank has been your hometown bank for over 40 years, and now you can take us wherever you go. Mobile Deposit allows you to deposit checks from your smartphone or tablet with our free business banking app. And never pay for an ATM charge again with our MoneyPass app. It maps out ATMs near you that won't charge a fee because of its partnership with 5 Points Bank. We're here to serve you in person and online, and that's why we're the better bank.
Have you heard the latest in Sodbusters news? Hey, this is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball, inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Insides Inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
Manny Herrera threw 3 innings of work as a starter. Doing a terrific job. Holding the Sunfish to only 1 hit. Josh Salmon back with you. And you look at the Sioux Falls team, that's really something to talk about. Is their batting average as a team is .275, but they hit the ball a lot. Manny's done a good job. Team that will strike out occasionally. 371 strikeouts on the year for Sioux Falls. Hastings has 357. Actually, Hastings batting .256, so batting average just a little under of Sioux Falls. So back to top of the order for the Sodbusters. They have 2 hits in the game. Logan Johnstone flew out to left his first time up. Lefty versus lefty. Here's the pitch from Dutka. third inning of work. That one misses for ball one. Overcast game. That one fouled off third base side. And Johnstone not wasting any time. These two teams tomorrow at Ryder Park in Grand Island. Should be fun. Ball and a strike on that one, and hits the off-speed pitch, just able to foul it off to the Sioux Falls dugout on the first base side. 1-2 strikes. Logan Johnstone was playing really well against Casper. That one grounded to second base. Up with it is Mix over to first, and there's one down. So Busters have not had a leadoff man on base yet here tonight. Cole Dawson comes up. Reached on air his first time up. It was a play to third, and third baseman Frazier had a hard time with the throw. He fielded it well, and he maybe would have gotten Cole out by a step and a half or so, but he rushed the throw, and it was behind him. Got away from the first baseman, actually, is what happened on that one. Foul off first base side. Cole's going right after the first pitch, upset with himself on that one. He was a little late on the swing. Cole even going 0 for 1. Still batting .318. Breaking ball, slow curve coming in there, and he fouls it off to the on-deck circle. Trevor Madsen takes it back to the umpire, and it's 0-2. 1 out, no score. Only 3 hits in the game. 2 by Hastings, 1 by Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls has the lone error. Dutka getting the sign. The lefty comes set and delivers. And the fastball is upstairs and swung on and missed by Dawson. Couldn't catch up with that one. This is a strikeout. First strikeout of the day by Dutka. 2 down here in the third for Hastings. Trevor Madsen comes up. He doubled. And I thought it was just going to be a long single. When he rounded first, Thompson, the center fielder, was coming up with the ball, but Madsen just kept on going. I think Thompson was just as surprised as I was that he turned that into a double. It was a high throw, and he made it in there. Speaking of high throw, that one was high. Madsen ahead in the count 1-0. Dutka doesn't take much time out there on the mound. These quick working guys. 2 balls, no strikes. Trevor thinks about swinging on that one. Checks his swing. It is a strike. Dutka's got a good breaking ball there. The Busters have had a hard time with this inning. Righty versus lefty here. Madsen 2-1 offering coming up from Dutka's outside, and swings and misses on that one. Trevor with the brace on the left ankle. And the 2-2 outside and high. It is 3-2 to Trevor Madsen. Trevor will gladly take a walk. Nope, he takes a hit on that one deep to left, but the left fielder right on top of it. And that is Beers, and the Busters go 1-2-3 here in the third. Still no score. Sodbuster baseball from Duncan Field. We'll be back with the 4th inning of play after word from the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience. A place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Top of the 4th, no score from Duncan Field. Josh Salmon, Nate Miller to my right running the controls. And Manny Herrera out there for his 4th inning of work gives a fist bump to the newest member of the Sodbusters, the third baseman. Lombardi is Manny, longest outing of the year for him. Doing really well out there, starting the game for the Busters. You got to wonder how long he can go and hold off these very tough Sunfish, but I think right now the mentality is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Manny comes set and pitch to Thompson. It'll be Thompson
Beers and Lee Cone. 5-6-7 up here for Sioux Falls. 1-0 is the count to Gannon Thompson, the center fielder. At the third, hot shot into left field. Barty can't come up with that thing. That'll just be a hit. Tried to get it off to the side. Not much you can do with that thing traveling so fast. So second hit given up by Manny Herrera. And leadoff hitters on once again for Sioux Falls. Second inning had a leadoff hitter on, and the fourth inning here they've had a leadoff hitter on. Brings up Declan Beers. Thompson leads off at first. Pitch way outside. Thompson is 6'7", so if he steals, he has to take a lot less steps than somebody my size, perhaps. Big tall guy out there. Does have 10 stolen bases. Throw to first and runner back. Even taller standing on the bag. 1-0 coming up here from Manny. Fourth inning, no score. 2 hits apiece for these squads. That one in there for a strike. Taking all the way was Beers. He walked his first time up. The first walk that Herrera gave up in the game. He has given up 3. Ball and a strike here to Declan Beers. Throw to first. Thompson back again. A little closer this time, but safely. Beers from Minnesota. Scott Galusha in the house. Sporting a yellow jersey just like the players. We'll probably talk to him here in a little while. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the off-speed pitch gets Beers way out in front. Ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Throw to first. Thompson back, diving. So Manny Herrera, his 4th inning of work as a starter. Longest outing of the year. By far. By several innings even. Thompson on. 1 out here, no score. Top 4, that one outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beers is the beer batter, so the crowd gets a little antsy. Want their discount on the brewski from Nebraska Land Distributing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on, no score. Top 4. Manny comes set and delivers, and the slider misses inside. Three and 2. Pitching coach Luke Bay flashing the signs to Nick Carlson. Carlson will then relay those to Manny Herrera. Manny went 1-2-3 through Sioux Falls in the first inning. Gave up a single and 2 walks. Loaded the bases in the second, but pitched his way out of it. Gave up a walk last inning and a single this inning, but still no score for a very tough hitting Sioux Falls. Listen to this crowd. And that one upstairs, it's ball 4. So 4th walk of the game. And Nick Carlson going to go out and talk to his pitcher. A little miscommunication there on a sign, perhaps. So this brings up Jesus Lecone, first baseman. Lecone, .315 batting average. Walked his last time up. 245 they have him listed at. I think he's a little bigger than that. Showing bunt, and he ducks. I'd say let that guy bunt. I don't imagine him being too fast. He's built like a linebacker. One ball, no strikes, 2 on here for the Busters. There's no outs. They have 1 on the scoreboard. And that one does hit him. The last one almost hit him. That one hit him off the back. And to a guy that size, that probably feels like a mosquito bite. So hit by pitch. Perhaps somebody will be going in the bullpen here for the Busters as Luke Bay's making his second trip out there. think it is Schneider making his way down there warming up, and it is. Nope, that's Jake Schroeder, excuse me. So, Luke came out and talked to him in the second inning when he got in a little bit of trouble. Now he's in trouble here with bases loaded and no outs. A single, a walk, hit batter. And it brings up Dane Frazier. Frazier with 12 RBIs in the season. Not a good time for number 13 if you're a Hastings fan. So Herrera in his fourth inning of work. Trying to get an out here. He could really use a double play. They'd easily give up a run for a double play. Manny comes set and delivers, and that one inside. So 2 pitches to Jesus Licone. One almost hit him, one did hit him. He stands on first. Gannon Thompson led off the inning with a single. He's on third. Glenn Beers walked. He is on second base. Second time Sioux Falls have had the bases loaded in the game here. Weren't able to capitalize on it at all in the second inning, and that one misses outside. Schroeder warming up quickly in the bullpen. Two balls, no strikes. Bases loaded, no score. Top 4. Manny Herrera's pitch is outside, and he's all around the plate, but not hitting the plate. So longest outing for Manny this season is 1 1/3. He's in his 4th now. He's done a great job, don't get me wrong. The 3-0 coming up. And in there for a strike. It's a low strike, but Anthony's been calling that one behind the plate. Adonis Forte, the 9th place hitter, to up next. 3 on. No outs. Top 4. Bases loaded for Sioux Falls. And he gets a sign from Carlson. And comes set. No hit to third. It could be 2. Over to second. Back to first, and it is 2. They do score a run. As the runner at third thought it was the third out, started walking off. So, nice play there, the old 6-4-3 double play by Solis to Dawson to Madsen. Exactly the pitch he needed. They did score a run, though, however, as Gannon Thompson came in, but they'll gladly give up the 1 run if that's all that means to get the double play. Adonis Forte comes up. So, strike there. As the runner on third started walking in, like he was going to walk in the dugout, and he realized it was only 2 outs. I think he was looking at the scoreboard because earlier they had 1 out on there. Here's the 0-1 to Forte. I would say this is probably Manny's last batter of the game. Either way, 1-1 here to Forte. In the 4th inning, 1-0 Sioux Falls. That one hit to first base. Trevor Madsen scoops it himself and wins the foot race. They leave another one on base. So 1 hit, one run. A hit batsman and a walk, but they leave a runner on base. Manny Herrera goes 4 innings, and Sioux Falls leads 1-0. Bottom of the 4th coming up. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. We'll take a word here from Sam's Club.
It's hot. Can we get some popsicles? A lot of popsicles.
Okay, sure.
Let's go to Sam's Club. We can get some popsicles there. Plus, check out the pools on sale.
Didn't Dad want to barbecue tonight?
With all those popsicles, we should get some paper towels, too.
Good idea, Mom.
I'll grab some chips. Sam's Club has something for every season.
Sam's Club, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Stop by before or after the game. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Well, Sioux Falls comes up with one, but it could have been a lot worse as Manny Herrera doing an outstanding job getting out of the situation, inducing the double play. In the last batter to ground out, and in the inning, Josh Salmon back with you. Bottom four, Busters trail 1-0 against the Sioux Falls team. They'll gladly take that. So it'll be 4, 5, 6 due up here for Hastings, Hallback, Shimashita, and Lombardi. Against Dutka in his fourth inning of work, he has given up only 2 hits. Struck out 1, no walks for him. First pitch up high to Matt Hallback. Didn't see Hallback in the last series against Casper. That one misses up high as well. So Manny Herrera, 4 innings pitched, 2 hits. 4 walks and hits batter. 2-1 here to Hallback. Hallback's the DH. Play outfield as well. Dutka's pitch is fouled back just a little late on it. Matt Hallback. Here's the 2-2 offering from Dutka. Popped up and over my head. So we'll do the 2-2 once again. It's important the Busters come back and battle back here against Sioux Falls. 1-0, it doesn't seem like much, but this is a very powerful team that's been playing very well as of late. And you don't want to break this thing open. I know it's only 1 run now, but we've seen these things escalate. So come back, put a couple runs up here for Hastings would be nice. Such a great outing for Manny. Fastball blew it right by him. Hallback goes down, second strikeout victim of the day. And there's 1 down. So Shimashita comes up, popped up to the shortstop his first time up. James from Claremont, California, San Diego County. Gets that one into center field. There we go. Hasn't had a hit on the homestand. Got one now. Comes at a good time. Busters need base runners. Trailing 1-0 here in the 4th. First pitch swinging right back up the middle. So Jack Lombardi comes up. University of Omaha. Said he's from Illinois. He says, I said, are you a Cubs fan or White Sox fan? He says, Cubs. But his favorite player, he said, is Kike Hernandez from Red Sox. So that's interesting. Kike Hernandez is a good player. I like him better now that he's not a Dodger. His favorite Cub, though, would be Javier Baez. Shimashita with the lead at first being held on. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Jack Lombardi. Where's the number 6? Got Tyler Monroe's old number. Tyler had a lot of success with that number here for the Sodbusters this season. Here's the 1-1 offering. And that one fouled off by the dugout of the Sunfish. So it's 1-2 here. Becca doing a job mixing up his pitches. He'll come at you with his hard fastball and then throw a curve in there or a slider or something. Shimashita leads off at first, not a big lead. Pitch on the way. That one popped up, just kind of a... It is going to be caught by the second baseman over on the right field side, so not the swing that Lombardi was hoping for. And he fouls out. He's 0 for 2. Ian Riley comes up, had a beautiful bunt single back in the second. Hit all the way around the third, but not able to score. It's a second on a hit and run. It's a third. They tried to do a hit and run when he was trying to steal third as well, and then ended up being the third out of the inning. So Shimashita with a single. He stands on first. There is 2 outs this inning, though. 1-0 Sioux Falls. That pitch misses outside for ball 1. Sioux Falls had a chance to do a lot more damage last inning, and Hastings would gladly give up the 1 run. The 1 ball, no strike count coming up from Dutka. That one fouled back, just a little late on it. They're having a hard time with his fastball today. Ball and a strike. He really changes speeds, though. Dutka does. From his breaking stuff to his fastball. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 1 on here for Hastings. They trail 1-0, bottom 4. Josh Salmon with you from Duncan Field. Outfield playing a little over halfway. And that pitch in there for strike 2 to Ian Riley. That cut the lefty. Ian Riley bats left-handed. They getting the start in left field tonight. Plays third base for us. Plays a little right field as well for Hastings. Throw to first. Shimashita back. Riley batting 205. He's really got that average up as of late. Pitch on the way. That is the curveball, and that falls into right field. So after seeing a couple different pitches, he decides to go with the curveball and smack it into right field. But Ian Riley with his second hit of the game. 2 on, 2 out here for Hastings. Luke Solis comes up. So 2 on for the Busters. Chance to perhaps get a run in here against the Sunfish. And that one misses for ball 1. Didn't miss by much. Hallback led off the inning. He struck out. Shimashita singled. He stands on second. Jack Lombardi fouled out for the second out. Ian Riley just singled a moment ago. He stands on first. Sioux Falls put one up in the top of the inning. Busters would like to counter. That one fell off first base side. We'll do the 1-1 on the next pitch. Be sure to check out the brand new Sodcast, the official podcast of the Hastings Sodbusters. Brian Frew and myself. Available on all major platforms, Spotify, Anchor FM, Apple, and more. Check it out. There's several episodes on there if you haven't caught up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on and missed. Bottom fell out of that thing. 1-2 here to Luke Solis. If Luke can get on, Nick Carlson will be due up next. Detka, good pitcher. A little bit of trouble here. Busters would like to make him pay here with 2 outs. Busters do a lot of damage, most of their damage, I would say, this season at home with 2 outs. So this is a good chance to keep that trend going. Sometimes they don't even get a hit till there's 2 outs. The 1-2 offering. Fouled off again, first base side into the parking lot. Shimashita stands on second. Ian Riley stands on first. These two teams tomorrow, 6:35 from Ryder Park in Grand Island. Like to see you out there. $8 to get in. Season ticket holders, you're free to get in. It fell off and off the facade. Right above Laura Beam there with her camera from the Hastings Tribune. She, I know what that's like as a photographer. You look at it and you're like, okay, ball's getting bigger, bigger. Well, I better look away from my camera. He hit about 15 feet above her head, so she was fine. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on here for the Busters. Solis chops it to short. Going across the diamond, and they do get him. And the Busters straying 2. 2 hits, 2 left on, no runs. At the end of 4, it is 1-0 Sioux Falls. 5th inning coming up. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. We'll take a word from the Nebraska Lottery. Nope, we'll take Rutz. I'm sorry.
Timeout. Timeout. Smith, we only need 1 more out. Do you think you have enough energy?
I'm exhausted and it's hot out here. I'm thinking about enjoying that nice, cool air conditioning I have at home.
Oh yeah, you've talked about Rudd's Heating and AC, the #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska for over 45 years.
Yeah, now. I have enough for 1 more batter, Coach.
Smith, go finish this thing so we can all go home and cool off. Visit RuttsHeatingandAir.com.
My husband and I love to live in Nebraska.
It's the good life.
We always vacation here.
Love those Nebraska state parks.
We love to eat here.
Where are you going to get a better steak?
And we love to play here, especially Nebraska Pick 5 from the Nebraska Lottery. It has a $50,000 starting jackpot, drawing 7 days a week, and all the proceeds go back to our state.
Hey, honey, this weekend, let's buy some Nebraska Pick 5 tickets, go to a state park, and grill some steaks.
Like our first date.
I'm no amateur.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
The Busters strand 2 on the base pass. They've left 5 on there today. Sioux Falls also left 5. Manny Herrera back out there for the 5th. I would imagine he'd have a short leash in this inning. But we'll see what happens there as we take a look at the Expedition League scoreboard here in the top of the 5th inning. Josh Salmon back with you. Nate Miller to my right. Expedition League scores. Moo leading at home 3-0 on Casper. That game only in the top of the 2nd. Pier Trappers lead 1-0 top of the 3rd over Wheat City. Source Valley and Big Line Big Sticks tied at 0 in the 2nd. Western Nebraska and Canyon County Spuds have not started yet. Neither have the Spearfish Sasquatch and Mining City Tommyknockers. Our score 1-0 Sioux Falls. They're up here in the 5th. Back to the top of the order, JT Mix. 3rd time he's let off an inning in the game. Got Galusha's coming in to join me here. And Manny comes set and delivers, and that one is in there for a strike. So, Scott, let's talk about Manny Herrera getting the start tonight. Of course, Manny will do anything you ask. He's a nice guy, but longest outing of the year for him. He's got a couple situations. He's only given up 1 run to Sioux Falls. That's a heck of an outing.
Absolutely. You know, we when I talked to Manny this morning, I said, Manny, we're going to go with you, and he kind of smiled like Manny does. If you've been around him enough, you can. He's
very
all
contagious.
teeth when he gets.
It's a very contagious smile.
He's like, yeah, I got you, in his own way.
Yeah.
And so he said, what are you looking for? And he goes, I said, what do you mean, what are we looking for? He goes, well, I give you 3, I give you 4. And I said, Manny, you know what? I just want you to go out there and compete.
Yeah.
And so we would have taken 4 innings, 1 run every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
No kidding.
He's a great guy, and it's good to see him. You know, he's had times where he's been really good. There hasn't been a lot of he hasn't been real consistent, which we're working on.
Sure.
But he's a fantastic kid, and he's given us a chance to stay in the game, and so we're very proud of him.
On the 2nd inning, he had bases loaded. Luke Bay went out there, said something to him. He struck out the next batter, got the other guy to ground out, and in the inning. So Luke doing a great job with these guys, and the pitchers really respect their pitching coach.
Absolutely. Fish, you were here from Game 1, were you not?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Game 1.
Ground out to shortstop, 1 down.
The game's on the line in the 9th inning, and Manny's out there. And I go out there to talk to Manny, and he looks at me, and he goes, sorry. And I said, no. I said, you're fine. I said, give me your best pitch. Smile, you have fun, give me your best pitch.
Yeah.
And so we got a little bit lucky, but we executed and got the out at the plate. And I'll never forget the smile he gave me and the hug he gave me. And those are things that are so special about our league. You get to know these kids, and you get to know them as people and not just baseball players. And to see the joy when they succeed and their efforts to work hard all the time, it's really enjoyable to see them do that on a night in, night out basis. So we're happy for Manny. He's doing a great job for us tonight.
Jonathan Brandon comes up and gives up gets a single on the first pitch, but only the 3rd hit given up by Manny Herrera. And against a very tough Sioux Falls, and they're going to go to the bullpen right now. So that'll be it for Manny. But, boy, heck of an outing for him. Take your hat off for him. That's a great start.
Yep, a great effort for Manny. 4 1/3 is fantastic, and really happy for him. And he's given us a chance to win, and that's all you can ask.
We'll keep it here. Let's talk about tomorrow, playing at Ryder Park. That's that's a great time. I played Legion ball there when I was in high school, and so that's a fun field.
Again, when I played baseball in Lincoln, and my buddies played baseball in Lincoln with Sam's Construction, and coached a long time there too, and we've played there a lot, and always wanted to do this for the last couple of years, and we finally had an opportunity to do it, which is fantastic. So we're excited. It's pretty funny, really. Our hitters are they're bribing me to get in the lineup, and our pitchers are already told me how they can't pitch on Thursday. It's the opposite brand of baseball.
Right.
I keep saying it's going to be 17-14. I hope not. But there's going to be balls flying out of that park. These age guys, big, strong kids, wood bats, and the wind blowing out to left, it could be a high-scoring affair.
Well, I've talked to people on Facebook about it. People have been asking me about tickets and stuff, and it's getting really good buzz on social media, and people from Grand Island and Aurora and that area are having a really good time with it, and they're planning on coming out.
We are excited. We're planning on playing somewhere between 1 and 3 games in Grand Island every year. And so this is sort of our dress rehearsal to introduce it to that community. That community has done a great job at supporting us and me as part of the ownership group. Both Brian and I are from that area, and they've done a great job at supporting us. So we want to reward them with some baseball. And so we're really excited. Todd McCoy and his staff at the Parks and Recs in Grand Island have been really eager to help us out a lot. So we got a lot of people pulling for us, and we're excited to get our first shot at Ryder, and hopefully get many more times to come.
I was talking to Carson Cahoy a couple days ago about that, and Ryan Melvin. Both those guys played on that field many, many times for their respective schools, and they're very stoked about the game.
Absolutely. And again, the great part about it is if you're from the community, there couldn't be two opposite sort of baseball parks that we play in. And so you start telling our hitters about what we're going to do, and they get so excited to just be different and understand what might be happening, and the pitchers are the opposite. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're expecting a nice crowd to introduce our baseball to them, and we just been looking forward to this. And so Sioux Falls was more than willing to do this with us. They're used to a little funky travel. They've been moving them around a little bit too, so they're excited for it as well. And look forward to a great show tomorrow night.
Should be a good time. As Jake Schroeder is the pitcher out of the bullpen, he will face off against Zeph Hoffpower. With a runner on here, 1 out. That one hit a mile high to left. And if it didn't already rain today, that thing would have brought it. Ian Riley out there makes the catch in foul ground, and there's 2 down. Runner tagging, going to second base. He will make it.
Now, Fish, here you go. Here's the $1,000 question. Is that a home run tomorrow?
That would be out of Ryder. Yep.
I believe that would, with a little
if
bit
it
of
stayed
wind,
fair, yeah.
with a little bit of wind from the south.
Yep.
That was a home run tomorrow night.
Yep.
And so, the one fear that I have in trying to preach to our guys gap to gap and line drives, well, that's going to change tomorrow, and we hope that doesn't come back to bite us this weekend at Duncan, because this is where fly balls go to die. And so it's a complete opposite part of baseball, and I think that's just another fun thing that we're doing, and we're excited about it.
Will Olson comes up. He's 1 of 2, and that one inside from Schroeder. Runner on second. 2 down here. 1-0 Sioux Falls. $8 is all to get in, and that's very family affordable.
Yep, $8. That's what we preach all the time down here, Fish. Thanks for reminding me to do my job. $8 tomorrow night, just at the gate. We'll have tickets there. We won't have alcohol served at our first night at Ryder. We'll get that approved from the city council, but we're planning on having a full menu moving forward. But tomorrow night at Ryder will be just
limited,
soda pops and limited
Sure.
limited few things. But it's going to be a great show. Jason's excited to see some different people. He's the best in the business for us, the on-field guy, and we're excited to be at a different part. It's just going to look a little different and just have fun. And that's what this is about, is giving yourself some family, low-price family entertainment with a baseball game that gets in the way every once in a while.
1 and 2 here to Will Olson. My very first game on the radio for KRGI, Brad Fosberg and I were doing a home Federal game, and that was Cash Kolkowski, I think, was in that game. And,
sure.
And we get to the 3rd inning, and I've never done play-by-play. I've done color, and Brad goes, okay, you're up. You're play-by-play. I'm your color guy for the next 3 innings. 10 seconds, we're on. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So he just threw me in the fire, and that's what I did.
And that's really where I started, too, with Brian Gallagher. When I moved here in the late 90s, I met Brian on the golf course, of course, in my previous one of my previous professions. Pretty close.
Ooh, if they would have done a double tag, they might have had him.
Yeah, I think he was off the bag, too.
Throw back to first to try to get the runner. And
so one day Gallagher said, hey, would you like to help me out calling a game? And I'm like, Brian, I don't know how to do that. He goes, sure you do. You're a coach. You'll be a color guy. He said, but I warn you, and I talked to him about this today. I did an interview with KRGI. He said, you do this once and it'll be in your blood. and it's true. I just love to be part of that aspect of the game. It's so fun to try to tell the story for people. And so we know Gallagher is going to be there at some point tomorrow, and we're happy to see him. And he's partly responsible for this mess. He's been really supportive of me all the time, and I just love being part of this.
All right, Brian. I know Brian Gallagher very well, and I send him clips every day from the game. So, get out of the inning, leaving one on as he flies out to right field. Nice job out of the bullpen there by Schroeder. You stick around?
Yep.
All right,
I'll
we'll
get
come
you
right
another
back.
half inning or so.
All right, we'll hear a word now from Graham Tire.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Hey, you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
Doug come back out there for the 5th inning. And Busters trailing 1-0. And Scott Galusa joins me. Josh Hammond back here. It'll be up for the Busters this inning. 9-1 and 2 hitters, Carlson, Johnstone, and Dawson. And, you know, if you would ask me yesterday if you thought the score would be 1-0 in the 5th inning, I probably wouldn't have believed you. Sioux Falls is a good team, and everybody's been playing pretty well for the Sodbusters.
Well, absolutely, and we're in the middle of a 14 games in 13 days, and I don't care how healthy your pitching staff is and how many guys you have. That's taxing on the staff, and Luke and Chandler have done a really good job piecing things together, and so we're very happy with where we're at here in the 5th, and I think we got a real good chance to win this game.
0-2 here from Nick Carlson. He grounded out the second his first time up. You have so many guys that are versatile on this team. They can play, they can pitch, they can play infield, outfield, whatever, and that makes it a lot easier too for a manager and a GM.
Well, that's summer ball too. So sometimes you have to do whatever it takes, and we have a lot of guys that are willing to do exactly that, which is great. You know, last night when we had to say bye to McGuigan, one of the things that I love to say is Justin and a lot of our guys are my kind of guys that just want to come play baseball, enjoy the game, but let's do it the right way. And we have a lot of kids wearing that Sodbuster uniform with a lot of pride who work really hard. And so obviously our record isn't what we'd want it to be. And I'm a glass half full guy, but if you look at all those games, and you've seen them all, we've been competitive in probably 32, 33 of the 40, and probably had a legitimate chance to win our fair share.
Sure, definitely.
I sort of feel like we're a 500-ish, maybe a little bit better team who just haven't quite figured out how to win a couple times. And so
chopper to short.
We're going to get that because we've got a young group of kids that enjoy playing, and hopefully we'll get a good majority of them, a good core of them back for next year, and things will be a little bit easier as we go. It's nice to see Nick Carlson back in the lineup. Nick fought some medical issues there in the middle of the year, but I think they got him under control and figured out what was wrong with him. So it's nice to see him back in the lineup. Another good local kid who has a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, it's from Kearney. Logan Johnstone comes in, 4 hits in yesterday's game against Casper. I think he had 5 in the series and really kind of seeing the ball well. 0 for 2 today, but I think he's due.
He is. He's a very good outfielder, a very good hitter, recruited by a very good program. He's going to Gonzaga next spring or next fall. He's had to learn under fire. Again, he's just a new graduate from high school who's seeing college level ball for the first time, and he suffers from what a lot of those guys see. They think they can hit everything in high school. Well, in college, you can't. Just because you can hit it doesn't mean you should. So he's been working on his approach a little bit and his patience a little bit, and that really showed last night. With the 4 hits, and 3 of those were the other way, which we're really happy to see.
And he's very fast when he gets on the bases too.
And have you talked to him, Fish?
I haven't met him yet.
Well, you need to talk to him, and I'll tell you the one thing that you'll notice right away, if the Johnstone family is listening. I met them on a Zoom meeting when we were recruiting Logan, but if you had to look at him, you would think he's at least 12. He looks like
I've seen him. Yeah, I've seen him without the helmet.
He looks like he has just got done with elementary school and about ready to be a middle schooler. He just has that baby face look to him. But we're real happy he's here, and he's done a good job for us, getting more and more comfortable all the time.
It's Cole Dawson. Reached on error his first time up, struck out his second time, and I was a baby face myself, so I understand what that's like. We're going to call him Babyface Johnston. Johnson, how about that?
Yeah, that's not bad. I only wish that, Fish. I will be 50 in September, so anything of young or baby, that would be in reference to my grandson, because I am been there, done that, seen a lot. So any of those compliments that aren't old guy, I take as that's really good anymore.
People think I went to one of the things at the amusement park and had to guess my age a couple years ago, and they were way off. So that's good. My wife is 8 years younger than me, so people think I'm a lot younger than I am.
Well, that's a good thing.
It is. It's 8 years of golf for me. Well, she's still working, right?
Yeah, that's right.
There's 1 strike pitch there to Cole Dawson. Busters like to get a run, tie it back up. Here's a trail 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th.
Cole has been everything we thought he was going to be for us this summer. Just extremely consistent, a very, very good baseball player no matter where you put him. Done a good job. He was pretty frustrated last night because he had the biggest at-bat of the game, and he even said, just got a little antsy. And if he does what he normally does, that's a single up the middle, but tried to pull a ball he shouldn't have and hit into a double play with him loaded. But there's we go, Cole.
Johnstone, he stops at second. and then ends up going to third. The hit and run was on. Third time we've seen the hit and run in this game. I love the aggressiveness here of Coach Wagner.
Yeah, that's what we've talked about that last couple of weeks. We've got to do that. We can't. We're not going to string away 4 or 5 hits in a row in an inning, and we've got to use what we do well, which is put the ball in play and run a little bit. And so it's good to see that. And that was actually a good read. He couldn't see the ball at first, so we had to find it first, but had enough awareness to make sure he went first to third, and now we got the right guy up.
Yep, Trevor Matson, 1 of 2. This guy could lose an arm and he'd still go up to bat. You're not going to get him off the field.
Well, again, he's another guy that I like to say is my kind of guys. If the Matson family is out there, I'm so proud that he plays for us. Maybe my favorite thing as an owner for the last couple years, at the end of last year, I got to meet him when I was coaching for us, playing against Western Nebraska, and got along with a lot of those guys out there, and that's part of the fun of this league, getting to know kids. And at the end of the year, Trevor came up to me and said, "I'd like to play for you. You guys do it right." And that was about the nicest thing anyone has ever said. And so I immediately said yes to Trevor, and because I knew he was exactly the kind of guy that I thought he was. He's been a great example for us with work ethic and how he plays and his approach to the game, and we're so happy that he's able to chase his dream and play Division I baseball, which is great. And he knows he has a jersey if he wants to come back next summer, and we'll see what happens. But we're really proud of him, and he's a great representative for this community and for the Sodbusters.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1-0 Sioux Falls. Busters threatening with runners on the corners as Logan Johnstone is 90 feet away from tying this thing up, and that pitch upstairs. Bedka out there for his 5th inning. He's been pretty effective here for Sioux Falls. He had really good numbers coming into this one, but Busters have held their own against him.
Yeah, he's been around the plate. We've had pretty good approach against him, and look forward to Trevor getting his job done here.
Runner goes. Dawson, that one popped up. He's going to run back to the bases. It's fouled out of play here. Omar off this week. He'll be back next week. Is that right?
He's on vacation.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Again, we'd obviously like to have everybody all the time, but it's important to let these kids be kids.
Get
and
some family time, yeah.
Jesse and Omar and Rose and the Jackson family had a vacation planned before this.
Cool.
And I told them that they should go if they want to go, and if they want to stay, that's fine too. So, Omar, hopefully you're watching and pay attention to us. Enjoy your vacation, but we're about ready to have 1-3 back in the center field. But bummer he had to leave right when he started hitting the ball really well again. But I hope he's enjoying his vacation. But it'll be nice to have number 1-3 back.
Steve hit on this here night on Monday night. Logan Johnstone was in center field, and they still yelled Omar.
I know, that was funny. I was in the dugout, and Logan comes off. He's smiling. He goes, "I can't even do anything."
You got Dawson in a pickle. Let's see if Johnstone can make it home. They throw to third to try to get Johnstone. Now Dawson's safe at second. Johnstone going to be in a pickle here. Slams on the brakes. We used to practice this in Legion Ball a lot, and they do get him at third for the second out. So Dawson able to steal their second base. That didn't work the way they wanted it to.
You know that I don't even – those things bother me.
Yeah.
I got it. You know, we've got our best hitter up, and with an opportunity to tie the ball game with a ground ball or a fly ball, and we essentially take the bat out of his hand. So I'm disappointed in that. If I said anything different, you'd know I wouldn't tell you the truth.
Right.
So hopefully Matson can bail us out of this one a little bit and get the run knocked in.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second, and now a hit to the shortstop, backhanded in the hole by Brandon. Over to first. It's a high throw and a tag applied to first, and they do get the out, so that costs them on the base pass there.
Cost us a run.
Leave another one on base. 6 left on base here for the Sodbusters. 1 hit, 1 left on, and no runs. It's still 1-0, and we'll be back. This is Sodbuster Baseball. 6th inning coming up here from Duncan Field. We'll take a word now from 5 Points Bank.
5 Points Bank has been proudly serving the Tri-City area for decades, and we are continuously finding ways to make your banking experience easy and enjoyable. We offer the best of both worlds with kind and welcoming employees in the bank while creating a strong online presence to accommodate your busy lifestyle. Our innovative technology adds layers of security while being easily accessible to all age groups. Stop into the Better Bank to learn more today.
Have you heard the latest in Sodbusters news? Hey, this is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball, inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Insides inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
Jake Schroeder back out there for relief. Busters had a chance and ran themselves out of an inning as Trevor Madsen was up. And Logan Johnstone got caught on the base pass. Trevor grounded out to shortstop, and that's where they leave it. But still 1-0. Jake coming on for Manny Herrera, who did a great job. And Jake paced 2 batters and got them both to fly out. So here we go. Back to the 5, 6, 7 hitters here for the Sioux Falls Sunfish. Talking about this expansion team, first year in the league for them. They were going to start last year, and then COVID. We ended up a couple of their players last year that worked out good for us. But, boy, they're really putting on a good season.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They got off to a rough start, but they've found their groove. They're playing really good in the second half. They've played really good defense, and they've got good pitching. Not great pitching, but good pitching. But they've been hitting the ball extremely well. And so you know how this game works, Fish. Hitting is contagious. And right now they got 9 guys in their lineup that think they're going to go up and get a hit there. And when you start doing that and you start believing you're going to win some of these games, then good things typically happen. That's what we need to get to, and we will at some point. We've got good players. We've got great kids. And so we're going to continue to get better. But they have found a way to win.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Thompson. How about the 6'5" Jake Schroeder throwing to the 6'7" Gannon Thompson here?
Yeah, you don't see that too often where Jake's throwing to a guy bigger than he is.
Yeah.
But,
got any light bulbs, any chains here, Duncan Field? Well, we got Thompson here. That one fly out to right field. And rushing over to make the catch, Shimashita, and it falls foul.
Yep, just barely foul. And, boy, I thought that ball was up there for a while, but we had him moved over a little bit to right center, so that was a long way for James to go. James has done a great job for us. We're really happy. He came to us about 3 weeks ago. Really good leader in the dugout as well. Works hard, and really been our best pitcher out of the bullpen for us. And so we look to get him maybe more of a consistent role out of the bullpen as we hit the back end stretch.
I met him for the first time yesterday. He's one of the last guys that comes out and dresses out for the dugout. So usually I'm on the pregame show, but I went down and he had his Dodger shirt on. And being from San Diego, I had to give him a hard time as a Dodger fan. I said,
Sure.
You get tarred and feathered where I'm from. And
yeah,
I'm from southern San Diego, and he's from a little more north, so I let him go. But no, he's a good egg. There's a 2-2.
Well, you just helped me out again there, Fish, so I appreciate it. But my daughter's in San Diego. My daughter Amanda, the one that's in the Navy. And she likes to watch, and I'm sure she's watching us now. She is due any day with I just had grandchild number 1 about 3 weeks ago, and grandchild number 2 is going to be here any day with my daughter Amanda.
She's in the military too.
Yep,
huh?
She's in the Navy. She's in San Diego. So here as soon as we're done with baseball, my wife and I we're hoping to fly to San Francisco and then do the drive down the coast, and then end up with Amanda in San Diego for a while to meet grandkid number 2. So
Awesome.
Karen and I are excited about that.
Congrats, early. 0-1 here to Beers. And perfect beer batter. I said that in the pregame. I was like, Beers has to be the beer batter, and he is.
Yeah, that was not a hard decision for me and our staff today, and it's fun. We enjoy. It's a neat thing the league does. When I first heard about it, I thought it was a little bit funky, but it's really a neat thing, and everybody seems to like it. And it's really fun when whoever the beer batter is sort of owns it and plays along and hams it up a little bit. It's pretty fun.
Makes it fun. Well, ground ball to third there, and Lombardi did what he could to hold on to it. It ended up being an infield single. I like Lombardi over there from the University of Omaha. Talked to him a little bit before the game here, and I said, what do you want to do? What do you hope to accomplish as a sodbuster? And he said, hit the ball really far. That was his single sentence answer.
We've been talking to Coach Evan Porter, who just does a phenomenal job there at UNO, and they're already a very good program, but with their new facilities and what he's doing over there, they're just going to get better and better and better. So we've been working on them a little bit, trying to get them guys, and they kept wanting me to send them another middle infielder, and we were full. And the second that when Tyler Monroe decided he had to go work on some stuff for his next year, we understood that. But we got Jack to come in and talk to Jack last night, and he said, I can come tonight. And I said,
wow.
Yeah, Jack, that's okay. Why don't you sleep on it and come see us in the morning? But we literally decided to bring Jack in yesterday at 4:30, and he's like, I'm only in Omaha. I could probably make it for game time. So he's excited to be here. And when he put that uniform on, we saw a big smile, and that's
cool.
That's the things that we want. And so we're happy to have him here. typically you try to do too much in your first couple of bats, and I think you've seen that.
Sure.
Trying to be a little bit too good, but he's going to be a good hitter for us.
Double steal here for Sioux Falls, and they make it, so still no outs here. Jake Schroeder gave a walk to Thompson. He just stole third, and then Beers had a single a moment ago. He stole second, 2 on here, no outs, and it is Jesus Licone due up. And this guy keeps showing bunt. He looks like the linebacker. If he's going to bunt, it's going to be a sacrifice bunt as the infield is in.
He cracked me up there at the pregame meal. So we feed him all the time. You know how that works.
Yeah.
The opposing team, we feed him before the game, and then we feed both teams after the game. So I give him a sandwich, and he looks at me and goes, "You got any hot sauce?" And I said, "Hot sauce? It's a ham sandwich." And he goes, "Yeah, you want some hot sauce?" So I said, "Sure. Let me go see if I can find some hot sauce." So I bring out some sriracha, and he just looks at me and smiles. He goes, "That ain't hot sauce. I don't need anything." And I'm like, "Man, I try to help you out where I can." So I had my wife. We had, dang it.
That's a looper into right field. That's going to score at least one. Here comes the second run in. It is now 3-1 Sioux Falls on the single.
And again, didn't try to do too much. Just tried to put the barrel on the ball and flipped it to right field. A good piece of hitting. A good pitch by Schroeder, but a little bit better job at the plate. And like we've seen much too often this year, Fish, we have an opportunity to get back in the game. We make a mistake, and then we compound it in the next inning. And instead of being a close game with with momentum on our side, we made a mistake in our half and gave up 2 early here in the 6th. So now we've got to do a little damage control here and try to get out of here 3-0.
Dane Frazier comes up. Still looking for the first out here is Jake Schroeder. Came on in relief of Manny Herrera. Pitched a great game to start it off, but Sioux Falls starting to put some things together here in the 6th inning.
Not a lot of hard contact. Schroeder's pitching pretty well and pitching to contact like we want him to.
Should be an easy out. Going to second, and the ball gets away from Dawson. Lee Cohn was leading off at first, and then he did the delay steal. It should have been an easy throw to second. They did get the easy throw, but Dawson couldn't hold on to it in the stolen base. Scott, you're not getting any sleep tonight.
Yeah, well, there's no way. 7 games in a row at home, there's no sleep anyway.
Yeah, no.
But that surely is not going to help. And again, a microcosm of little things that we just haven't done good enough. We're giving away too many extra free 90s, and we don't take advantage. And there we go. We have a 260-pound guy bouncing around on the bases, and then we make another mistake and balk him over to third. So with really haven't done anything, we've given him 90 foot of bases, and now a ground ball gets us another run. And those are things that we just have to be better at. And they know it. But they're in their head a little bit. They're disappointed we didn't get back in the game in the bottom of the inning, and we let that affect us in the top of the inning. And that's been a story we've told much too often in 2021. And hopefully our kids can continue to learn, and they are getting better. And I like our guys a lot. But these are things that are self-inflicted wounds that we're causing grief for ourselves.
So Luke Bay comes out to talk to his pitcher. Take a look at the Expedition League scoreboard here as the Sioux Falls just saw Fremont for 5 games in a row, so they're tired of them as we are. Fremont leading tonight against Casper, who was just here in Fremont 4-0 in the 3rd. Wheat City and Pierre tied at Pierre 2 runs apiece. Badland, Big Sticks, and Source Valley no score after. It's at the top of the 4th in that one. Spearfish and Vining City no score top of the 1st, and Western Nebraska and Canyon County Spuds no score. They should just be getting underway there. Dane Foster coming up here. Josh Salmon, Scott Galusha joins me. Nate Miller to our right running the controls. We have a runner on third, 2 in, and 2 hits this inning for Sioux Falls. There's Jake Schroeder's pitch outside.
Here
that gets away.
Here a second, and and again, kind of the same thing we've seen.
Wild pitch by Jake Schroeder, and the run scores on that one. So that was just kind of a gimme all the way from second base to third to home, and people finding shelter as the rain is coming down here at Duncan Field.
Yep. Hey, I'm going to put my mic down
That's
just
fine.
for a second. I'm going to call the National Weather Service quick, make sure this is just rain, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Yeah, I've got the radar open here too, and we can watch it here if we want to see the composite. Batters up. There it is, 2-0 now. 4 runs in for Sioux Falls, 3 this inning. Schroeder just trying to get it out, and strike 1 there to Dane Foster. So Foster up. 3 runs in here for Sioux Falls. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Foster. Some rain in the area right now. It said after 7 it could hit, and it's 8 o'clock. 2 balls, 2 strikes coming up here to Frazier. That one popped up first base side, just slicing out of play. Busters need an out. No outs here in the inning. Top of the 6th. Now 4-1. Jake Schroeder having a tough time out there on the hill. There is somebody warming up in the bullpen as the rain's coming down here at Duncan Field. Not heavy rain, but enough to make everybody scamper. Foul off first base side. Matson gives it run and can't bring it in as it goes foul. So we'll go 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Frazier. Schroeder kicks and delivers. That one pops straight up. Johnstone giving a chase. Dawson giving a chase. Johnstone makes the call, loses his hat, and there is 1 out. Fly out to center field. Looking at the radar here as Scott's going to go check on some managerial stuff. There is a cell moving through this area right now. Came from the Grand Island area. It's up by Aurora as well, but nothing really behind it too much. So once it gets by, we should be good for a little while. Hastings, oh, there's another one. Take that back over by Minden that could make its way up this way. 2 balls, 2 strikes here, 1 out. 9th place hitter Forte comes up. Sioux Falls with 3 runs in the inning on 2 hits. 0-1 here to Adonis Frazier, or excuse me, it was Forte. Strike 1. Ball and a strike. Had rain this morning in the area. Good amount of rain fell in the Tri-City area here. And then it kind of held off the rest of the day. The sun came out for a little bit. It was forecast. It was overcast when I got here. Sprinkled a couple times, and then pretty significant rainfall just right now. But should be moving its way on as everybody's sticking around. They're just under the concourse, under the cover. They want to see the game. 4-0 our score here. Sioux Falls leading top 6. And that pitch inside. There is action in the bullpen for the Sodbusters as Jake Schroeder having a tough time here in this inning. He came in last inning in relief of Manny Herrera. Got the 2 outs and was just now able to get an out a moment ago after giving up 3 runs on a walk and 2 hits. A wild pitch in there. They missed stolen base opportunity. Swung on and missed on the off speed. And down goes Forte. A strikeout there for Schroeder. That is his first. Now there's 2 down. Back to top of the order. JT Mix. Mix 0 for 3. Grounded out 3 times. Twice to third, once to short. Bet your bottom dollar that the guys on the left side of the infield are well aware of that. So Schroeder trying to get out of the inning here. And pitch outside for ball 1. Jake tried the curveball, didn't work. So looking at the radar here, I'm updating the radar, watching the rain as a few people making it back to their seats. Sell over Hastings right now. Then there's a little break as another one could be moving its way in. It looks like it might be heading a little north as well. So 3-0 now after striking out Forte to JT Mix. 7th batter of the inning. And wow, where was that one? He's called that tonight as a strike, but this time it was ball 4. So Schroeder gets another walk. That's 2 walks given up for him. And the line on Schroeder here so far is 1 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 runs, all of those earned. There's 2 walks and a strikeout, and it goes to Jonathan Brandon. 1 of 3 is Brandon. Runner goes. Carlson throws down. It's not a good throw, and it goes into center field. This team will steal bases. Another stolen base there. I told you that coming into the game. They like to run. They were kind of a little shy at first, but Carlson throw was in the ground and it went past Solis, went past Dawson into center. Luckily, Johnstone got it before the runner was able to advance to third. So now it's another runner in scoring position. Just small ball. And Hastings hurting themselves this inning. They had a chance to get McCone out. It was danced around first, did a delay steal to second. It was an obvious throw to second. They did. Dawson dropped it. That one called a strike. Similar pitch, it just was called ball 4 a minute ago to Mix. It's now a strike. The 0-2. Jonathan Brandon up here, runner on second. 3 in this inning for Sioux Falls. They lead 4-0. Top 6. That's still doable, but they have to get out of the inning. Schroeder's pitch is high and outside. There is action in the Buster bullpen. Ball 2 strikes. 8th batter of the inning for Sioux Falls. Runner standing on second is JT Mix. Walked, stole a base. They have a walk to Gannon this inning. 2 singles from Beers and Licone. 3 runs in. And that one outside as well. Schroeder needs to reset his GPS. He can't find home plate right now. He'll get there. 1-2. See if he goes back to the heater. He's got a great heater, but he places it perfectly. See where Carlson sets him up. Guy from Hastings pitching to a guy from Kearney. Setting him up on the inside. Let's see if Jake goes there, and he goes outside. So the location a little off, and now it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 4-0 Sioux Falls. Payoff pitch coming up here from Schroeder. Gets a sign from Nick Carlson. Long look in. Take a deep breath. Right-hander comes set, double checks his runner, and throws, and it's ball 4. So another walk given up here by Schroeder. And now runners on the corners here for Sioux Falls, and it brings up the... Excuse me, this is the 8th batter of the inning. Zeph Hoffpower. Hoffpower has walked, flew out, and popped out. So 2 on here. 3 runs in for Sioux Falls in the 6th inning. Schroeder just trying to finish out the inning. Runner does go. They let him. And probably a wise decision. They've had problems getting runners off on the base path, stealing this inning. I talked about it before the game. Scott just talked about it now. It's these little things that hurt yourselves, these little mental mistakes. They'll come back and bite you. Slider swung on a missed on that one. That was a beauty. 0-2 here to Hoffpower. It's Z-E-P-H, Zeph, and then Hoffpower. Not spelled like it sounds. The 0-2 coming up, 2 on here. Schroeder looking to get the strikeout, get out of the inning, and the breaking ball just stays a little too high, doesn't get the call. And that was a ball. I think you got it right. So Schroeder, the 1-2 coming up. 2 runners on here. 4 runs in on 4 hits in the game for Sioux Falls. 3 of those runs coming in this inning. Hoffpower steps out, takes a 1-arm swing, half swing. Steps back in, righty versus righty. JT Mix stands on third base. Jonathan Brandon on second. Both were walked. Both stole a base. Here is the 1-2. Schroeder swing on and missed, got him, and ends the inning. And they stop the bleeding here in the 6th. But 3 runs in on 2 hits and 2 left on base. That is now 8 batters left on base for Sioux Falls, but they lead 4-0. Bottom of the 6th coming up as people making their way back to the little bit soaked seats here at Duncan Field. This is Sodbuster Baseball, and we'll hear from the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
Imagine visiting a place with historic housing districts, beautiful parks, and strolling through downtown shops. No, it isn't a fairy tale. It's Hastings, Nebraska. The Adams County Visitors Bureau invites you to experience Hastings, from bird watching to the Aqua Court Water Park to taking in a Sodbusters baseball game at historic Duncan Field. It all starts with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. What would a visit be without great eats? Hastings has plenty for all cravings. Start exploring at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
It's a long top of the sixth inning. Busters come up here in the bottom of the sixth, trailing by 4. Josh Salmon back with you. Nate Miller to my right. As Busters have a little bit of work to do here to get some things going, but they've got some time to do it. Dutka back out there. He's pitched the entire game here for the Sunfish. Giving up 5 hits in 5 innings. No runs. Walked 1, struck out 2. Lefty versus the righty. Here is Matt Hallback to lead off the inning. And it's ball 1. It'll be 4, 5, 6 2 up here for the Sodbusters. Hallback, Shimashita, and Lombardi. Now down third base line. It's a hot shot picked up by Frazier across the diamond. It's a high throw, stretched by Licone, and he does keep the foot on. So some wild throws today from Frazier, but Licone able to hone that one in. And again, the leadoff hitter is not on for the Busters. They have not had a leadoff hitter on at all in this game. James Shimashita comes up. Shimmy had a single last inning. Takes first pitch for ball 1. Came out swinging last inning at first pitch. And then went outside for ball 2. So Manny Herrera started the game, went 4 1/3, gave up 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts in his first start of the year for the Sodbusters. A terrific outing for Manny. Got in some situations, got the ground ball to get out of it, or whatever he needed to get out and strike out. And that 1/3 of an inning pitched in the 5th, and then Schroeder came in, finished out the inning, and then Jake had a hard time last inning as Shimashita draws a walk here on 4 straight pitches. So second walk only given up by Dutka. Kenneth Dutka facing up against Jack Lombardi. Perfect time for him to get his first hit as a Sodbuster right now as they need some base runners. Hastings out hitting Sioux Falls 5-4. You look at yesterday's game, they out hit Casper as well, 14-10, but couldn't outscore him, losing 6-5 on that one. Ball 1 here to Jack Lombardi. Shimashita stands on first base. Pitch on the way. It'll hit 2 seconds. A hot shot over to second. Back to first to get the double play. Wow, what a play at second base by JT Mix. Backhanded it, tossed it over to Brandon, back to first, and grounding into a double play and retiring the Sodbusters is Lombardi there. So nobody left on, no hits, and nothing doing there for the Sodbusters in the 6th. Still 4-0. 7th inning coming up here from Duncan Field. This is Sodbuster baseball.
I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time for grocery shopping. That's why Sam's Club is so convenient. I can get the food my family loves, household supplies, and be on my way. My husband likes that they offer oil changes and tire services. Really saves him time. They have early hours for Plus Club members so I can beat the crowd on the weekend. Plus, Sam's Club offers free curbside pickup. Order online or in the app. Sam's Club, Grand Island.
Sam's Club, a proud partner of Sodbuster Baseball. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Welcome back to Duncan Field as the trains go by. That's part of the ambiance here in Hastings. As Jacob Schroeder back out there, but there's been some action in the bullpen last inning. Busters really could have used a run or something there, but couldn't even get any hits last inning to get somebody on. And we come to the 7th inning, 4-0 our score. Take a look around the Expedition League as Schroeder gets his tosses into. It's 4-1 now. Fremont leading at Fremont with Casper in the top of the 4th. 1-0 Badland Big Six leading on the road at Source Valley in the top of the 5th. Wheat City Whiskey Jacks leading 3-2 at Pierre right now in the top of the 5th. I had no score from Western Nebraska and Canyon County Spuds. Not sure what's going on there. Spearfish and Mining City, no score in the top of the 2nd. And ours is here in the top of the 7th, 4-0 Sioux Falls. For Sioux Falls, it'll be 4-5-6 due up here again for them. Olson, Thompson, and Beers. Last inning, Busters hurt themselves on had a chance to get some outs with Lacone leading off, and they threw it to second. It should have been easy pickoff, and they were there by plenty, but Dawson couldn't hold on to the ball, and then ends up getting over to third, coming home on a wild pitch, and it was just not some good plays out there at all last inning for the Busters. So need a much better here. 1-2-3 inning here would be nice. The 1-0 offering from Schroeder. Whew, I don't know where that one was either. 2 balls and no strikes. That was one of his better pitches right there. He takes a deep breath. And the big righty comes set outside. 3-0. Manny Herrera started the game. Schroeder's been in since. That was foul off first base side. It goes to 3-1. Schroeder's pitched an inning in 2/3. Give up 2 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 10 batters faced. This is batter number 11. As Jason Frew, our promotions guy, and his mini-me on his shoulders. On a high fly to right center field. Shimashita tracking it down, backstepping, makes the catch, and there's one down. So fly out to right there for Olson, and he is 1 of 3 in the game. And that is the 4th time the leadoff hitter has not been on for Sioux Falls in the game. Brings up Gannon Thompson. Been on base twice, a walk, a single, struck out as well. 6'7" center fielder. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. So, no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Jake Schroeder. Pitch is outside. He's been pitching a lot away to these guys. Look at a team here. Sioux Falls, I mentioned they bat .275 coming into this game as a team. And that one misses. Two balls and a strike. And 3 balls and a strike now. Sioux Falls Sunfish. The 3-1 offering from Jake Schroeder. Swung on and missed. Got him on the outspeed again on that one. 3-2. Last 7 days here for Sioux Falls. Batting average has been .255. But in that time, they have scored 19 runs. Almost all those against Fremont. And ball 4. Another walk given up here by Schroeder. And that is his 4th. So the beer batter comes up. That's Beers. So 1 on here for Sioux Falls. In the 7th, they lead 4-0. 4 runs on 4 hits and an error. Busters have no runs on 5 hits and an error. Thompson leads off at first. He will go. Good lead for him over first. Madsen hold him on. Don't let that 6'7" frame fool you. He moves like a cat over there. Fouled off by Declan Beers. Jesus Licone on the on-deck circle. Sioux Falls able to put up 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 6th. Busters looking for their first run, hopefully in the bottom of the inning. Throw over to first. Oh, they got him in a pickle now. Thompson was fooled. Matson gives him chase and tosses it to Dawson, and they tag him. There we go. That's execution right there. Had a chance to do that a couple times last inning. Couldn't get it done. Thompson was a deer in headlights. And a big deer. He's 6'7". A lot of meat moving around out there. So that's a big out to give you 2 outs here. Base running blunder there by Thompson. Caught stealing. Picked off, however you want to put it. Here's the 0-1. And that one misses to Beers. Ball and a strike. Beers has walked twice and singled. Been on base 3 times. Ball and a strike here to the left fielder. Wednesday Night Baseball from Duncan Field. That one over the outside corner, and it looked pretty good. I'm right up behind the outside corner to a left-handed batter where I'm standing up here, and I saw it go over. Tomorrow's game should be interesting. Should be fun as well from Ryder Park and Grand Island, a much smaller field there. A lot of guys anxious to hit there, not so many guys anxious to pitch there. It's kind of like Coors Field, where pitcher's like, I don't know if I want to pitch at Coors Field. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a nice field, too. They take good care of it. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Beers. There are 2 outs. Olsen led off the inning flying out. Thompson walked. Got caught, picked off at first. That went back up the middle. Knocking it down is Schroeder and not able to do anything. It's one of those things where he'd almost let it go. It came back at him. He got a hand on it. And if he would have let it go, I think shortstop might have got it, Solis. So Luke Bay going to come out and check on his pitcher there as it hit his hand. Runner on there. And rule that one a single. So Bay out there giving a talk to his guy. Single for De Beers. And it brings up Lee Cone. Stolen base. Last thing for him. He's been on base 3 times. Hit by a pitch. Walked as well. 2 hits for Beers now. 6:35 tomorrow from Ryder Park in Grand Island. Don't show up to Duncan Field. You'll be the only one here. But come back on Friday, Saturday and Sunday to Duncan Field as Casper Horseheads come back in town. They gallop in. Jesus Licone, first baseman. Steps up, the righty versus Jake Schroeder. There's action in the Busters bullpen. That one hit up the middle and into center field. So 2-out rally going here for the Sunfish. Kind of a hard luck 2-out rally as there was 2 outs and it went back up the middle. Schroeder would have probably just let it go and let his shortstop get it, but it's reaction to try to get it. So another single here for Sioux Falls, another one for Licone. There are 2 hits in the inning, however, no runs in. 6 hits now for Sioux Falls, and Luke Bay comes out again, and that's going to be it for Schroeder. We'll take a pitching change. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Sodbuster Baseball. 4-0 Sioux Falls with 2 outs. They have 2 runners on here in the 7th inning. We'll hear from Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning.
Summer means Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Ruts. Ruts Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Ruts has been a name to trust for repairs, installation, and maintenance work on time. Call Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee of their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Ruts. Visit rutsheating.com.
Nebraska has some of the most beautiful state parks in the country. And to celebrate their 100th anniversary, the Nebraska Lottery announces our Great Outdoors Getaway promotion. Through June 8, 2021, enter any non-winning $5 Nebraska State Park Centennial Scratch ticket for a chance to win a 2-night stay at a Nebraska State Park, $2,021 in cash, and Nebraska Lottery and Game and Parks merchandise. State parks as great as ours deserve a promotion as great as this. Top prize odds 1 in 80,000.
Jeremy Schneider comes in relief out of the bullpen. This time he's on the lineup card, and this time he gets to pitch. It was those fluke things last night where he came out to his warm-up tosses and then he's not on the lineup card. He couldn't pitch, so Pregame had to come back in and had one of his better innings, actually. So it's kind of interesting. He will inherit 2 runners on here as the night is done on the mound anyways for Schroeder. He is credited with the 2 runners on base. And look at the line here for Schroeder. And get that to you here. Take Schroeder's line after coming in relief of Manny Herrera. He went 2 2/3, giving up 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Schneider comes in the game for Jeremy. Right-hander. He looks a lot like Schroeder. Same build, except for he wears the glasses. And a different number. See the numbers here on Schroeder momentarily. Let me find those. For Jeremy Schneider, this is his 8th appearance. 37 in 1 innings pitched. His ERA is 5.30. He has an 0-4 record. 214 batting average against him. He struck out 28 batters in those 37 innings. So you can use some strikeouts here. And right now, just need any kind of out to not let Sioux Falls put any more on the board. They lead 4-0. These teams, 4th game time they've met up this season. Busters took 1 of 3 at Sioux Falls at the end of June. Sioux Falls will come back here again after tomorrow at the end of July. The last homestand of the year. 2 days in July and 1 in August 1st. Wrap up the home season. Busters will still have a couple road games after that. So 2 on here for Schneider. He will face Frazier. Nice stop by Carlson. The wild pitch there. Most of the Sodbuster faithful who came today are still here. A little bit of rain didn't scare them away. 2 on here. Runners not being held on at all. 4-0 for Sioux Falls. Schneider does check his runners and then went outside on the fastball. It's 2-0. A lot of walks given up by Sodbuster pitching tonight. 8 of them total. It's hard to win a ball game when you give up 8 walks. On the other side, Dutka's gone the distance so far. He's only given up 2. It's also hard to win a game when you have 5 hits and no runs. Busters have that as well. There's a strike from Schneider. Sioux Falls has 6 hits and 4 runs, and you have an error. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on here for Sioux Falls. 2 hits this inning. No runs in. Schneider in relief of Schroeder, who came in last inning as relief of Manny Herrera. Top of the 7th. Schneider comes set and delivers, and that one low. So 3-1 here. It's tough to manage 14 games basically in a row and 7 at home. Manage a pitching staff around that. That's tough for anybody at any level. I don't care if you're pros or minor leagues or college baseball, summer leagues. Here's the 3-1. That's a chopper back up the middle, and another single. Just those little dink singles into Johnstone's throw is going to go into the cutoff guy at second, and it's 5-0 Sioux Falls. Just hit it right back up the middle, and nobody could get to it. Again, just placing the ball perfectly as Sioux Falls, and it's nothing hard that they're hitting. They're getting these little loops, these little things back up the middle. That's 4 times tonight they've hit it back up the middle. So the run scores. That run charged to Schroeder. First hit there given up by Schneider on the first batter he faces, and it goes Adonis Forte. He's 0 for 3. 2 runners on here. 5-0 Sioux Falls. On the 7th coming up. If we can get out of this inning, Busters have their last 9 outs to try to get 5 runs. First, you got to get out of this inning. That one over the outside corner. That's a strike. Forte has grounded out twice and struck out his last time up. 6:35 tomorrow. The 0-1 coming up here from Schneider. Set him up on the outside part of the plate is Carlson. And, that hit him on the shoulder. That one hurt. Hit him on the right shoulder. Adonis. That's pretty much the last thing you wanted to do right there. Is being a guy. So now the base is loaded. Top of the order, JT Mix. This is the 7th batter this inning. 3 on here, 1 in for Sioux Falls in the 7th. And Schneider just trying to get out of this inning. Swung on and missed on that one. Strike 1. So start off with Will Olson flying out to right field, and Gannon Thompson walked. And it was frozen at first base, got in a pickle, and got caught stealing for the second out. From there, it's just kind of falling apart. He thought, okay, we're going to get out of the inning, but they got a single, and then it hits batsman. 1 run able to come in on that. And ball and a strike here to JT Mix. So I was surprised when I got to the ballpark and I saw that Manny Herrera was starting, but he did an outstanding job for considering never starting and kind of just getting the notice late last night, or early today, that he was going to start. Here's the 1-1 from Schneider. I thought maybe Schneider would start the game today. He did warm up yesterday and wasn't able to play because of the lineup faux pas. Here's the 2-1, JT Mix. Kind of a cool name. Be a cool out if Hastings could get him. Pitching laboring here for the Busters in the 7th. And that one low. Ooh, and the umpire got something in his eye there on that one. It's turf, so he didn't get any dirt in there, but there's these little black things on the turf that if you get one in your eye, it would not be fun. So Carlson's going to give him a little bit of time, go out and talk to his pitchers. He falls behind 3-1 here. So Schneider having a tough time, just as Schroeder did. There's some action in the bullpen for the Busters. And just trying to get out of this inning, stop the bleeding here. 3 hits this inning. Hit bats, but a walk and a run in. Surprising with all that, it's just the 1 run. Schneider just needs to get a ground ball to somebody. They keep hitting ground balls up the middle. Don't use any shifts in this league. Infield shifts or anything. Here's the 3-1 from Schneider. And check swing. Ooh, no appeal. Nobody's appealing on that one. I don't think he went around, but he walked a run in. So the cheap RBI there for JT Mix. 2 runs in this inning. 2 walks, a hit batsman, 3 singles. 6-0 now, Sioux Falls. Jonathan Brandon comes up. 8th batter of the inning. Still bases loaded. He's 1 of 3 with a walk. Schneider buzzes the tower. Ball 1. Steve Stein turn there. I'm Josh Salmon. Nate Miller to my right. Here is the 1-0 from Schneider. And that one a little high as well. So not able to get it out here. Schneider, he came in with 2 outs. Just, hey, your job's to get in there and get 1 out. Hasn't been able to do that. Already warming up in the bullpen, and actually looks like Jackson Rocha. That one high as well for ball 3. So 3-0 here. Schroeder's come in the game, give up a single, hit a batter, give a walk. Not the relief appearance you're hoping for. And a strike called. Brandon wasn't sure. Took a step towards first base. The Busters hurt themselves in this inning on some defensive blunders last inning and not some smart baseball. Had 5 hits, nothing to show for it, and they'd hope to get out of this inning, but it's 3-1 right now. And ball 4, they walk in another run, and Schneider's upset with himself. And he should be. Come in the game, and he's allowed 2 walks. 2 runs scored. So the 9th batter of the inning comes up, Zeph Hoffpower. All this happened with 2 outs. There was 2 outs And that one fouled off his foot and down the third base line. That one hurt. He had to drop the bat and walk around on it. So, yeah, there was a fly out and then a runner caught in a pickle. He thought, okay, it's going to be a quick inning. Single, 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 hit by pitch, walk, walk. Is the way it's gone. Busters, I hate to go to 3 pitchers in the same inning, but they may have to. And Schneider just can't get it out. No balls, 1 strike. 2 Hoffpower. Schneider comes set, base is still loaded. He's walked in 2 runs. That one back up the middle again. Somebody grab onto it. Cole Dawson bobbles it, and nobody able to come up with anything. Dawson having a tough night in the office at defense. That should have been an out. Can't rule that one an infield hit. He did. I'm putting an error on that one. So the 10th batter of the inning comes up. Still no outs recorded by Jeremy Schneider as Luke Bay comes out and says, give me the ball. So pitching change, 3rd pitcher of the inning for the Hastings Sodbusters coming in. It's now 8-0 Sioux Falls in the 7th inning. Still all this happening with 2 outs. Top of the 7th, this is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. And we'll have a word now from Graham Tire.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Hey, you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
Well, Jackson Rocha comes in the game just to try to get an out. Making his Sodbuster pitching debut is the outfielder. You know, when I got here today, he was warming up in the bullpen. So, something that kind of surprised me. He was out there most of the time while I was, before I did my pregame and talking to some of the players and stuff, he was out warming up in the bullpen. He was throwing against the fence and stretching. And so, probably a plan of coaches all along to bring him in at some point. They weren't hoping it would be the 3rd pitcher of the inning, but that's the way it is. 4th pitcher of the day for Hastings. Bases loaded. They've walked in 3 runs this inning, and it's now 8-0 as things are getting out of hand here. So night's done for Jake Schroeder. 2 2/3. Had 4 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks. 2 strikeouts, 14 batters faced. Jeremy Schneider came in, didn't even pitch a third of an inning. They have 1 hit, 3 runs, 1 of those earned, and 2 walks. Jackson Rocha comes in the game to pitch. There's action in the Sioux Falls bullpen. It's been a while for Dudka. It's been a long inning, so his arm's probably getting a little cold. Another lefty warming up over there for Sioux Falls if he ever gets a chance to come in. 4 runs in this inning, 3 lasting for Sioux Falls. Rocha's pitch is high for ball 1. 10th batter of the inning, 3rd pitcher of the inning for Hastings. That one hit to 3rd. Ground ball, and the foot race is won by Lombardi. And so they leave 3 on base, but they get an out on the ground ball. The 2nd pitch thrown by Jackson Rocha to finally get out of the inning. But 3 hits that inning and 4 runs scored with 3 left on base. It is 8-0 Sioux Falls. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Have you heard the latest in Sodbusters news? Hey, this is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball, inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
5 Points Bank has been your hometown bank for over 40 years, and now you can take us wherever you go. Mobile Deposit allows you to deposit checks from your smartphone or tablet with our free business banking app. And never pay for an ATM charge again with our MoneyPass app. It maps out ATMs near you that won't charge a fee because of its partnership with 5 Points Bank. We're here to serve you in person and online, and that's why we're the better bank.
Well, a very long 7th inning for the Hastings Sodbusters, and for pitcher Kenneth Dudka, who's gone the distance for Sioux Falls, and he's out there again here in the bottom of the 7th. Why not? You got an 8-run lead. And, no, I take that back. He is not out there. That is a different lefty who looks a lot like him. I thought that was him warming up. Oh, it is Dudka. Okay, they just threw the ball to the third baseman and run over and confused me here. I'm easily confused. Ian Riley comes up. Dudka doing a good performance. Only 5 hits given up by the pitcher tonight. So it'll be Riley, Solis, and Carlson due up. Riley has 2 of those 5 hits himself. Here's the pitch. And, wow, that was called a strike. I'm not sure how. No balls and 1 strike. Curveball again. That one was a strike. Ball and a strike there from Dudka. Quickly down the count is 0-2. Busters have to get something on the board. Trail by 8. And the high leg kick. Delayed delivery this time from Dudka. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. Busters looking for the first run of the game. We're in the bottom of the 7th. One outside, 2-2. Falling back a little bit is Dudka after getting ahead 0-2 to Ian Riley, who's really been putting some good at-bats together here as of late, especially in this game with 2 hits. Need one here, too. And asking you shall receive as he loops it into right field. So 3-hit night for Ian Riley, batting in the 7th position. And 3 singles tonight. Average jumped up several points for him. Ian's batting average now goes to 222. Luke Solis, he's 0-2. He's due. Let's just need to get a couple on here. Riley leading off of first. He does lead the team in stolen bases, but not going to go down by 8. Pitch misses for a ball. There's action in the bullpen for Source Valley. Or for, for Sioux Falls. It's a righty this time. 2-0. Here to Luke Solis. Dudka checks the runner first. Ian Riley not going anywhere. Swung on and missed on that one. It's 2-1. 3-1 now. Busters could use a walk. Dudka's only given up 2 walks in the game. One to Johnstone in the 5th and one to Shimashita in the 6th. And make that 3 walks. Good patient at bat there for Luke Solis. So 2 on here, and with Ian Riley reaching last inning, that's the first time the leadoff hitter has been on for the Busters. Here comes the manager of the Sunfish. And this might be all for Dudka. Kept out his head. He's pitched a good game, and he's had plenty of run support behind him. Let's see if they pull him out. No signal yet to the bullpen, giving his righty a little bit more time to warm up as he hadn't been out there very long. So Busters will have 2 on here. Check the Expedition League scoreboard. Fremont now leading 10-1 at home against Casper, the bottom of the 5th. Pure Trappers are trailing 3-2 at home on top of the 7th. Mining City Tommyknockers leading 1-0 in the 3rd against Spearfish. Source Valley leading 3-1 over the Badland Big Sticks in the bottom of the 6th. Our score 8-0. Sioux Falls doesn't make a pitching change. Just a really long meeting on the mound to give some time there. Get a righty and a lefty warming up now. I think the righty's done warming up. He's ready to go at a moment's notice. Lefty's now over there warming up as well. Nick Carlson digs in here. 2 on for the Busters, no outs. Bottom of the 7th. They trail 8-0. Dudka. Pitch foul off first base side, not a play. Ryder Park tomorrow, 6:35. First pitch. Bring up the family, $8 to get in. Should be a fun time. Start a pregame broadcast at 6 o'clock. And there we go. Lights went off on the scoreboard for a minute, but we got them back. The 0-2. Lights have been on here since the beginning of the game. It's been an overcast day. We had some rain on and off, but it's held off here for a few innings. That pitch misses inside. 1-2 here to Carlson. Logan Johnstone due up next. Busters in desperate need of runs. Something in the power alley. Got some speed on the bases there with Solis and Riley. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the catcher, Nick Carlson. This could be the last batter for Dudka. We'll see what happens. As a chopper to second. Could be 2. Over to second. Back to first. And they do get the double play as the runner moves on to third. All they had to do was pretty much not that. Over 3 is Nick Carlson. You'd almost rather have a sacrifice bunt or something just to get the runners over. Another ground ball. That's twice tonight they've grounded in to double plays. Logan Johnstone trying to keep the inning alive here. The runner on third is Ian Riley, one of the faster runners for the Sodbusters. And the curveball doesn't fall in the right place. It's 1-0. One ball, no strikes. 2 outs, 8-0. Sioux Falls. We're bottom 7. Busters with a runner 90 feet away. They've had that situation a couple times tonight. Not able to capitalize. Can't get a run on the board tonight. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Dudka here in his 7th inning of work. Trying to finish out the inning. One fouled straight back. And swung really hard on that was Johnstone. I'm calling babyface Johnstone is what I'm told. I'll go with Logan, I'm sure. He appreciates that better. Just a young-looking young man. The 2-1 coming up from Dudka. And no swing on that one. Thought about it. 3-1. Ian Riley stands on third. He says, hit me home. Dudka gets a sign from his catcher, Olson. Been in there since the beginning, his Dudka. And he has thrown 106 pitches. And that's probably going to be it for him as the manager comes out. 4th walk given up by Dudka, but none of them have come back to bite him. And he is done on his 4th walk. So we'll have a pitching change. We'll be right back. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. We'll take a word now from the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience. A place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
So welcome back. Hastings Sodbusters trying to keep the inning alive here with 2 outs. A new pitcher coming in for the Sunfish. I'm trying to get you a number on the guy here momentarily, waiting for him to turn around. 15, thank you very much. Becca's up here helping us out. And it's Jorge Galindo from El Paso, Texas. Galindo, the second pitcher, as Becca put on a good performance. I was told that there's a different right fielder. Cricket Danielson went into right field as the right fielder fouled one off his foot last inning in Hoffpower. Just in case you wanted to know, keeping score or something like that. So, second pitcher of the game, Galindo, El Paso Community College from El Paso, Texas. Sounds like a Marty Robbins song. So in the game now, in right field is number 20. Cole Dawson comes up. Definitely due is Cole on the night. Busters with runners on the corners, 2 outs, trying to get their first run in. It's a Sioux Falls reliever here, Galindo. One ball, no strikes. Some numbers here on Galindo. Let me find him here. 2 on, 2 outs for Hastings. Popped up, third base. Frazier underneath it. And they get out of the inning, and they leave 2 more on base. Still not able to score a run. 1 hit, 2 left on for the Busters. It's still 8-0 Sioux Falls. 8th inning coming up. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field, and we'll take a word now from the Nebraska Land Distributing.
Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
It's hot. Can we get some popsicles? A lot of popsicles.
Okay, sure.
Let's go to Sam's Club. We can get some popsicles there. Plus, check out the pools on sale.
Didn't Dad want to barbecue tonight?
With all those popsicles, we should get some paper towels, too.
Good idea, Mom.
I'll grab some chips. Sam's Club has something for every season.
Sam's Club, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Stop by before or after the game.
Busters leave another 2 runners on base. That's 8 runners left on tonight. 6 hits in the game, still no runs for them. Jackson Rocha back out in relief. And he will face Thompson, Beers, and Licone. Thompson leads off the inning once again. This is the 3rd time in the game he's led off the inning. He's been on base 3 out of 4 times. 2 walks, a single, and a strikeout. And pitch from Jackson Rocha is a ball. Jackson Rocha is 5'9", and Gannon Thompson is 6'7". Jackson is fearless, though, when he plays baseball. Hit the short and eats up Solis. Bounces off his leg and into left field. So there's an error. E6 on that one. And things just keep going wrong for Hastings tonight. So Beers comes up. Glenn Beers walked twice, singled twice. This guy's been on base 4 times. He doesn't know the beer batters are supposed to strike out, apparently, for the fans here. I went outside for ball 1. Jackson Rocha, the 4th pitcher of the game for Hastings. Manny Herrera started the game. Went 4. Gave up 1 run, and he's still the pitcher of record, unfortunately, for him, because he really didn't pitch that bad, but they were leading when he came out of the game. Here's the 1-1 to Beers, the Clan Beers, 1-2. So these fans really need a strikeout here. They've been hanging out in the rain, watching their team struggle. They could use the discount on the brewski. Here is the pitch. That one popped up third base side. Who's going to get it? Cole Dawson calls off the third baseman. No, that's Luke Solis makes the catch. So they give him the beer discount anyways for the fans, the faithful. Brings up Jesus Licone. Jesus Licone, the big right-hander. 1 down here in the 8th. 8-0. Sioux Falls. 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 6th, and 4 in the 7th. They only have 7 hits. They've scored 8 runs. 0-1 here to Licone, the first baseman. Unfouled straight back. He's a little late on that one. Jackson Rocha, 4th pitcher of the day for Hastings. Pretty good job out there in the hill. Hasn't pitched all season for Sodbusters, but I said he was warming up for the game, and Coach gave him a try here. Why not? This is the type of game where you need to work the kinks out and get the cobwebs out. Here's the 1-2, and I haven't seen any cobwebs for him at all. It's been a tough night for Sodbuster pitching. And hitting, for that matter. Leaving the runners on base, but Herrera only gave up the 1 run, and Schroeder gave up 5. Schneider gave up 1 earned, but 2 runs. So Rocha in here now, and his pitch almost a full inning. 3-2 here to Licone. 1 out, 1 on. That one popped up to right field. James Shimashita in the lights. Makes the catch. First time that Licone has not been on base tonight. He's 2 for 3. So it brings up Dane Frazier. He is 1 of 3. Frazier's the third baseman. And pitch misses for a ball. Dane Frazier, Yakima Valley College, Missoula, Montana is where he's from. Rocha, the runner on first, pitches high, 2-0. So Gannon Thompson led off the inning with a hot shot to shortstop, and it ate up Luke Solis. He reached on the error. He stands on first. Rocha's been able to get through. Beers with a pop out, and Licone on a strikeout. He's in danger of walking. Frazier here, 3-0. Rocha came in last inning and made the 1 out on 2 pitches. First walk of the inning given up by Jackson Rocha. So 2 on here for Adonis Forte. Forte's been hit by a pitch in the 7th. Otherwise, he's ground out twice and struck out. That one popped up third base side and out of play. Rocha still hasn't given up a hit. Runner on second reached on error. Runner first walked a moment ago. Rocha has faced 5 batters. This is batter number 6 for him since coming in last inning, and that one way inside, and Adonis thinks it hit him. And he gets back in the box. 1 ball, 1 strike. This guy really wanted to. Now it hits him. Nope, still didn't hit him. Wow, I thought that one for sure hit him. Runners do advance though on the wild pitch. I thought for sure that thing hit him. So, I was going to say Adonis Forte could have dropped down a bunt down the third base line easily and beat it out. Lombardi is very deep at third, still is. Now he'll swing away. Swung on and missed on that one. It goes to 2-2 here on Forte. In the 9th inning, or excuse me, in the 8th, the Busters will have in the bottom of the 8th, it'll be the top of the, it'll be 2-3-4 up for them, sorry. Nope, 3-4-5, I take that back. So that one fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 8-0 Sunfish here in the top of the 8th. Jackson Rocha trying to finish out the 8th. That one popped up third base side again and out of play. Jackson Rocha, the 4th pitcher of the night. Busters on a 14-game stretch. That's a tough one. But then they'll have 3 days off once they get past this weekend. First they got to get past this inning. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed on the changeup. Got him. Nice pitch and second strikeout for the batter, Forte. First one thrown by Jackson Rocha, and they leave another 2 runners on base. So 2 left on there, no hits. And at the end of 7.5, it's still 8-0 Sioux Falls. This is Sodbuster Baseball, word from Provident Promotions.
For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Time out. Smith, we only need 1 more out. Do you think you have enough energy?
I'm exhausted and it's hot out here. I'm thinking about enjoying that nice, cool air conditioning I have at home.
Oh yeah, you've talked about Ruts Heating and AC, the #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska for over 45 years.
Yeah, now. I have enough for 1 more batter, Coach.
Smith, go finish this thing so we can all go home and cool off. Visit rutsheatingandair.com.
Well, Jackson Rocha able to strike out the batter to finish off the 8th inning. Coming up here for the Busters in the 8th, it'll be the 3-4-5 hitters, Madsen, Hallback, and Shimashita due up. Busters trail 8-0 against the Sunfish. And we knew coming in that they'd be a tough team, and they've gotten some dink hits. They really haven't shown that toughness. I mean, they've gotten some key hits, and the pitching was good, but Hastings Sodbusters just really hurt themselves tonight. An error and some miscue base running and some miscue fielding and just putting pitches over the middle of the plate. And just lots of things like that of hurting themselves, mental mistakes. Ball 1 here to Trevor Madsen. Madsen 1 of 3 in the game. That one fell off. 312 is current batting average here for Trevor Madsen. Can be an all-star. Go to Casper, Wyoming next Monday. Him and teammate Cole Dawson. And chopped to third and into left field. I thought maybe the third baseman, Frazier, was going to come up with that, but that is a single. And only the second time in this game that the Busters have had a leadoff hitter on. Second hit of the night for Madsen. His average will jump up a little bit there. Matt Hallback's up. So 4 players were selected by for Hastings to go to the All-Star game. McGuigan, who hurt his ankle, so he's obviously not going. Leif Holtein chose not to go. Doesn't want to travel down there. That one beans him in the shoulder. Hallback just stands there. Just ricocheted right off of him. He didn't even flinch. So hit by pitch here. As Galindo beans him. First hit by pitch thrown by Sunfish pitching. And 2 on here for the Busters. Now you got to take advantage of these situations. James Shimashita's up. Been on base twice tonight. Walking a single. And the first pitch misses for a ball. This is when Busters have struggled this year, this inning, this game, this season. Given these gifts like this, you have to take advantage of them. You got a single, hit by pitch, 2 runners on here. There is a pitcher warming up for Sunfish. Galindo here. Shimashita, anything to the outfield. He could fall in, would score at least 1. 2-1 here. Busters just looking to get a run on. Trailing 8-0. Here's Galindo's pitch. Popped up. Last thing you wanted to do there was get underneath it. He's upset with himself. Shortstop can't see it, and then he finally makes the catch there. I think he lost in the lights for a moment. Brandon able to reel it in. And there's 1 down. Jack Lombardi. Shortstop. Or excuse me, third baseman. 0 for 3. Hoping to get his first hit as a sodbuster. University of Omaha. Joined the team today. Where's the number 6? Here is the pitch. Way outside from Galindo. Busters have a chance here. Up to 8 runners on base in this game. On 7 hits. Sioux Falls has 7 hits, but they've put 8 runs up with those. That one in there for a strike. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Galindo's second pitcher of the day came in for Dudka. Pitched a really good game. Dudka went 6 2/3, giving up 6 hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 28 batters faced. Pretty good game for him, and it helps when your offense scores you 8 runs. The 1-2 coming up here to Lombardi. This would be a perfect chance for not only his first sodbuster hit, but let's make it an extra base hit. That one low. 2-2. Lombardi can play other positions in the infield. He also says he plays left field, specifically in the outfield. Started at third base tonight. Done a pretty good job over there defensively. Here's the 2-2, and thought about going for it, but didn't. Good thing he laid off of that one. Galindo thought maybe it was a nice day to go fishing, and Lombardi had other thoughts. It's good at bat here for Jack Lombardi. 2 on here for the Busters. Matson stands on second, and you have Matt Hallback on first, and a walk. So Galindo gives up a single, a hit batsman, and a walk in the same inning. There's only 1 out. And it brings up Ian Riley. Riley has 2 hits. Bases loaded for the Busters. He has 3 hits. Ian Riley, this is the guy you want up. You look at the lineup. Last night, Johnstone had 4. Tonight, Ian Riley has 3. Matson, who stands on third base, has 2 hits in the lineup. So there's some positives. Now, if they get a run in for this, it'd be more positive. And that one upstairs. Whoever's in the bullpen for Sioux Falls is ready to go. This may be the last batter for Galindo. 1 out. You've got Matson standing on third base. Hallback on second, and Lombardi on first. Swing and miss on the off-speed pitch there. Ian Riley 3 for 3 in today's game. Averages jumped up to 222. been playing pretty good ball as of late. Trying to move him around between third base and outfield and a lot more playing time. Ooh, off speed got him on that one as well. Changeup, he was out in front of that thing. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 7 hits apiece for these two squads. Just a big goose egg up there for runs, though, for the Busters. Looking to change that here is Ian Riley. Riley, left-handed batter, Cloud County Community College from Austin, Texas. I asked him before the season started, who has better meat, Texas or Nebraska? And he says, Texas. So he struck out. That's a big out for Galindo on the toughest sodbuster hitter of the night. He just couldn't catch up with the off-speed. There's 3 off-speed pitches he swung and missed on. And Luke Solis comes up looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Bases loaded. And a delayed strike call. The catcher was almost ready to throw back before the umpire called the strike. Madsen on first, Hallback on second. Lombardi on first. A single, a hit batsman, and a walk. Busters trying to capitalize on all of that. But right now, Solis is 0 for 2, or 0 and 2, excuse me, is the count. So the present's on the table. We just got to unwrap it here, Luke. Bottom of the 8th, 8-0 Sunfish. Here is the pitch. Swung on and missed, helped him out. That pitch was outside. And Galindo reached into his bag of tricks and able to clean up the mess that he started by striking out the last 2 batters. And Busters leave another 3 on base. At the end of 8, complete is his 8-0 Sioux Falls. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
My husband and I love to live in Nebraska.
It's the good life.
We always vacation here.
Love those Nebraska state parks.
We love to eat here.
Where are you going to get a better steak?
And we love to play here, especially Nebraska Pick 5 from the Nebraska Lottery. It has a $50,000 starting jackpot, drawing 7 days a week, and all the proceeds go back to our state.
Hey, honey, this weekend, let's buy some Nebraska Pick 5 tickets, go to a state park, and grill some steaks.
Like our first date.
I'm no amateur.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
Jackson Roach out to start the 9th inning for the Busters, and why not? He's been pretty good out of the bullpen, and you're trailing 8-0. Josh Salmon along with you as Source Valley, or excuse me, the Sunfish leading. It's been a long game. Sunfish leading 8-0. Will be up here in the top of the 9th. And it'll be JT Mix, Jonathan Brandon, and Zeph Hoffpower. Take a look around the scoreboard here for the Expedition League. And the other games going on. Source Valley leading 3-1 at home in the top of the 8th. Wheat City leading on the road at Pierre 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th. Fremont up 10-1 on Casper at Fremont in the 7th. Western Nebraska, Candy County finally getting started. No score there. And Spearfish and Mining City tied 2 games apiece at Three Legends Field. So JT Mix up here for Sioux Falls. 0 for 3. 3 groundouts and 2 walks for him. For the leadoff hitter. That one to center. Johnstone reaches up and makes the catch. 0 for 4 with 2 walks is JT Mix. So I'm impressed with Rocha tonight. Coming out of the bullpen, making his sodbuster pitching debut. He's done a good job. Fly out to center field. Rocha has walked a batter, struck out a batter. Otherwise, he's been really good. So it brings up Jonathan Brandon. He's been on base 3 times, 2 walks and a single. And therefore a strike. 1 for 3 officially is Brandon. Ball and a strike. Walks have been an issue tonight for Hastings. 8, 9, 10, 11. That went to center field. It's on his horses. Johnstone not going to be able to get it. That's going to be at least a double for Brandon. He's rounding 2, thinking 3. They get the ball in. The relay is not going to be in time. It was a pretty good relay from Cole Dawson to third base, but thinking 3 all the way out of the box was Brandon. So that's actually the first hit given up by Jackson Rocha. 8th hit of the night for the Sunfish. 1 out. So brings up the right fielder, Cricket Danielson, who came in for Hoffpower. Hoffpower fouled one off his foot and was pulled out the next inning. Strike. So I'll get you a batting average here for this guy in a moment. Cricket Danielson batting 143 on the season. It's 0-1 here. To him, runner stands on third, 1 out. 8-0 Sunfish. And the top of the ninth. Appreciate you hanging out with us. It's been a long game. Just almost 3 hours on this one. Here is the 1-2 from Jackson Rocha, and that one is outside. 2-2. 6:35 tomorrow. Sioux Falls and Hastings in Grand Island, Ryder Park. Here's the 2-2. There'll be limited concessions, no alcohol that game, but it should be a fun atmosphere. A little different venue. Sioux Falls, runner on third. Popped up. That should be able to get him in. Let's see, it's shallow though. Solis catches the ball. The runner not able to score. And there's 2 down. That thing was hit a mile high. That bounce a pop out to the shortstop. So 0 for 1 is Cricket Danielson. Will Olson comes up. The catcher. It seems like he's been on base a lot more, but he's grounded out, ground out twice, a single. And then out to center field, Logan Johnstone makes the catch, loses his hat and his sunglasses in the process, and they leave another one on base. So Busters coming up, bottom of the ninth, trailing 8-0. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. We'll take a word now from Graham Tire.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Hey, you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
Busters down the last 3 outs, trailing 8-0. As it'll be 9-1-2 due up here for the Sodbusters. Josh Salmon with you. Nate Miller to my right. Scott Galusha, general manager, co-owner on earlier. Make sure you're checking out the new episode of the Sodcast. Brian Frew and myself have those. Try to do those weekly. We need to do another one here coming up next couple days. Get another one on there for you. Talked a little bit about playing in Grand Island. Brian grew up in Grand Island, so did Scott, so it's kind of fun for them to bring the team to Grand Island tomorrow to play at Ryder Park. There's Nick Carlson. He's 0 for 3. Fouls the first pitch off. Strike 1 from Galindo. Galindo almost got pulled out last inning, but really battled back and to stay in there to try to close out the game. Look at the numbers on Galindo. 1 1/3 innings pitch, just gave up the 1 hit. Walked 1, struck out 2. Righty comes set and delivers. On the way outside. Ball and a strike. I'm going to try to go down and talk to Manny Herrera after this game. I'll record that and play that tomorrow. He had a good outing. That's one of the highlights of this game is starting pitching for him. Here's the 2-1. And that one hit up the middle for a single. So Carlson's on for his first hit of the game. And Busters trail by 8. I love the one guy that yells out, "It's happening," in the bottom of the 8th. You got the drum guy, you got the kilt guy, the season ticket holders, they're always here. And they keep the crowd lively, if nothing else, right? Oh, they help us out a lot. Fun times. Logan Johnstone comes up. Johnstone looking for his first hit of the night. Runner on here. And that one upstairs. It is ball 1. Galindo. This is his game. Buster's just not able to get a run on the board tonight. Had many opportunities. Down in there for a strike on the slider. They've had 6, 9, 10, 11 batters left on base. 13 left on base for Sunfish. That one, delayed strike call. 1-2, Logan Johnstone. Busters have no runs on 8 hits, 1 error. Sunfish have 8 runs on 8 hits and an error. Not being held on first is Nick Carlson. Swung on and missed, just trying to slap it into left field is Logan Johnstone. That one fouls back to the net. The Hastings faithful hanging out here. Usually more people are on the first base side tonight. They made their way over to the third base side. That one slapped to short. This could be 2. Over to second. Back to first. Not going to be able to get Johnstone. He runs quickly, and that's just a fielder's choice. So Johnstone still not get his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 3 with 2 walks. Cole Dawson comes up. Cole is 1 of 3. Johnstone stands on first, one of the faster runners. For Hastings. Good lead over there for him. And pitch in there for a strike. Tomorrow, 6:35. First pitch, Sioux Falls and Hastings from Grand Island. I haven't been in those press boxes since they redid them. It's been a few years. I did them in the old ones. And the pitch was called a ball and a strike. Kind of an easy night for umpire George out there on the base pass. Really hadn't had to make too many calls. There's been stuff at home that he called, but 16 hits in this game. 8 runs, all in favor of Sioux Falls. There's the 1-1. That one slapped into left field, and 4 hits for Dawson. Second hit of the night for Cole, the All-Star. He'll be making the trip to Casper on Monday with Trevor Matson to play in the All-Star game. There's a home run derby going on there and stuff. Should be fun for those guys. 3 days off for the rest of the team, 2 for those guys. And then they'll resume play next Wednesday after they get through this long homestand. Speaking of the other All-Star, Trevor Matson's up. One more with Sioux Falls tomorrow. Then Casper back to Hastings for 3 Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 6:35 on all of those. Steve will have the game Friday and Sunday for you. Steve will do Saturday by himself. Runner on first and second. 1 out, 8-0 in the score here, Sioux Falls. Busters just at this point would be happy to scrape a couple runs on the board. Get rid of that big goose egg. Matson with 2 hits already in the game. He has 2. Dawson has 2. Riley has 3. Shimashita with 1 and Carlson with 1. Carlson stands. He got out in the fielder's choice, but Johnstone stands on first. Cole Dawson stands on first. Johnstone on second. I misspoke. Out outside, 3-0. Trevor Matson will gladly take a walk and load the bases for his team. Trevor Matson has walked 18 times this season. Not the team lead, though. Omar Jackson has 28. That's a strike. Omar back. He's on family vacation right now. He'll be back, I think, early next week. 2 on, 1 out, the 3-1, and Madsen fouls that one off. So wind blowing from left to right now here at Duncan Field. Had some rain earlier, but it's pretty much held off since that last cell. Scott Galusha called the announcer weather service, and they said, yep, should be passing pretty quick and should be good, and they were right. Here's the 3-2 from Galindo down the third base line, and that's foul. Madsen has a double in the game and a single. They could really use an extra base hit and get a couple runs in. You got good speed on the base pass. Madsen is your extra base hit guy. He's got 15. 14 of those being double. Well, 15 technically tonight, and then 1 triple. And then he's got a couple home runs in the season as well. For Trevor Madsen, he's got 3 dingers. 1 here and 2 on the road. Again, the 3-2. Galindo battling back here. He was down 3-0. Got it to 3-2. Madsen's keeping the inning, or keeping the at-bat alive. There's 1 out, 2 on for the Busters. They trail 8-0, bottom 9. Here's Galindo's pitch. Jorge Galindo, that one deep to center. Center fielder catches it, and no tagging of any of the runners. So it looked like for a minute he's going to lose it in the lights, but Thompson able to track it down. That's just a long fly ball for Madsen, and there's 2 down. So Matt Hallback comes up. We won't do much of a post-game show at all tonight. We'll just wrap things up. We got a bunch of gear to pack up to take to Grand Island tomorrow. So brings up Matt Hallback with 2 on. Hallback doesn't have a hit yet today. He's been hit by a pitch, 0 for 3 otherwise. 1 ball, no strikes. Johnstone stands on second. Cole Dawson on first. There's 2 outs. Busters just be happy to get a run at this point. Swung on and missed on that one. I'll get you a Manny Herrera interview if I can for tomorrow for the pregame show, as he had a good starting pitching performance for him today. Here is the 1-1, and outside, trying to frame it there is Olson, the catcher. Didn't buy it. It was Anthony, the umpire. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 on here for the Busters. Bottom 9, trailing 8-0. They've had 9 hits, not able to get a run in. And one way outside as well. So Galindo, they had a pitcher going last inning for Galindo. He got in a situation, got a strikeout, a couple strikeouts to get out of the inning last time, and then he's getting up a couple hits in this inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Matt Hallback. Hallback, a high school player that came up to play some summer college ball, get used to some college pitching. 2 on for the Busters, 3-2, 2 outs. Runners will be going. Here's the payoff pitch from Jorge Galindo, and he strikes him out, and they leave 2 more on base. Your final score is 8-0. 8 runs on 8 hits and 1 error for Sioux Falls. 8 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error for Hastings. We're going to just wrap up the broadcast right there. We'll see you tomorrow. 6:35 will be the first pitch. Broadcast time around 6 o'clock from Ryder Park in Duncan Field. For Nate Miller, Scott Galusha, this is Josh Salmon signing off. Have a good night.